Hello and welcome to the Olympic Aquatic Stadium in Rio de Janeiro. This is the final session on day 7 of the swimming at Rio 2016. 15 gold medal events to be contested in this 14th session overall of the swimming at the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. And indeed a host of intriguing matchups that await us in a final session where plenty of swimmers will be going not only for pride and personal bests, but indeed for new continental marks, new Paralympic records, new world records, and the glory of Paralympic gold. This session, though, sees a few standout races, including one where Mackenzie Cohen will look for her second gold at Rio 2016 against the reigning world champion Courtney Jordan in the women's freestyle 400 S7. In the 100 backstroke for men S12, Azerbaijan's Saleh brothers will both be bidding for a podium finish, while wide open races in the men's and women's 50 breast. And then the sprint races as well, the 50 free, and both the men and women. Ihar Boki going for his 4th gold in 5 events here, and Anna Statsenko looking for gold and a long-standing world record in her sights. The final event of the evening will be the men's 4x100 meter freestyle relay, the first of the men's relays to be contested to end this session. Crowd slowly but surely finding their way into the venue. Generally not very full at the start of a session, by the end is jam-packed. The attendance increases significantly in the opening few races of any given event, but this is one of the more popular venues certainly of Rio 2016, and the swimming has been top quality, no doubt about the quality of the fields that have been competing for the gold, silver and bronze Rio 2016. Amazing. Some of the confidence that the Brazilian swimmers have managed to gain from this, at times, awe-inspiring crowd. Deafening it is. It really is an incredible crowd, and the energy has proved vital for a few Brazilian swimmers who've conceded as much as well. The Brazilian fans are trickling in. There is support from all around the world, from Great Britain to Australia, from Spain to France, from Argentina to Japan, from Korea to the People's Republic of China, and the likes of Ukraine, Belarus are well supported as well. There's a bunch of Irish supporters, a bunch of Dutch supporters that have continually made their way to the venue. Then nations that are not quite so well represented in the pool but still have a little support, like Georgia. One competitor in the pool in the preliminary stage, no swimmers in the finals, however. Well, an activity, a group activity for some. Going to the swimming. This is the final of the men's 100 meter breaststroke SB8. It begins the final session on day 7 of competition. The start list: Xu, Rozoy, Morachi, Salguero, Onea, Chao and Herendeen of the United States. Andre Kalina, world record in Paralympic record time on his way to the title in Beijing 8 years ago. No Ukrainian swimmers, however, have made the final of this event. Oh, that is not only some interesting face paint, lip paint as well. Oh, lipstick in the colours of the Union Jack. To introduce the swimmers individually for the finals. No swimmer in lane 8, so the first to be introduced goes in lane 1. Xu Haijiao of People's Republic of China. Silver in the 100 fly and 400 free S8. Going in lane 7 from the United States, Dalton Herendeen. Going in lane 2, Charles Rozoy of France, the man from Dijon who failed to medal in his favorite event, the 100 fly, where he was the defending champion. Going in lane 6, Zhao Xueming, 26-year-old, swimming since the age of 4. Federico Murlacci, already a champion at Rio 2016, a gold medalist in the 200 IM, silver medalist in the 400 free S9. Fourth of the World Championships. He has significant Italian support at this venue. Austria's Andreas Onea, fourth in 2012, sixth in 2008. He's been increasing by 2 steadily. He hopes to make it to the medals podium after podium finishes at the last 2 World Championships as well. He goes in 5. But going in lane 4 is the favourite, the overwhelming favourite of Spain, Oscar Salguero. The only 110 swimmer in this field. Although he's 1:10.82, only managed silver at the World Championships. A man inspired by Teresa Perales. This is Andres Onea, a TV presenter in Austria. Presents a show on para-athletes in Austria. He's an online journalist as well. Swimmer to beat is Salguero in 4. Xu, Rozoy, Murlacci, Salguero, Onea, Zhao and Herendeen. As the swimmers line up for the men's 100-meter breaststroke SB8. Getting underway very quickly, going in lane 2 was Rozoy of France. A good solid start, but underwater looks good from Salguero and Onea. And it is those two who come up in front while making a real challenge. From lane 7 is Herendeen of the United States, but at the moment not looking necessarily comfortable, but certainly in front at the moment is Salguero of Spain.
Salguero finding his rhythm in that second 25. He will touch in first into the wall, but I tell you what, Herendeen in lane 7 is having a terrific swim as well, and he's certainly pushing up into the leader. At the first split, it's 33.38 seconds. Salguero in the lead, but not by much. He's got about half a body length, and if you look down to lane 7, Herendeen's really taking it to him in this second 50.
Well, it does look to be a strong swim from Herendeen, but now coming back on the inside of Salguero is Murlacci of Italy. Looking desperately for a medal here is the Italian, and he's making a fighting challenge for one. But Herendeen holding on to medal position, although he's been challenged now by Onea of Austria. It's going to be a champion, Salguero, for the win. He takes gold in 1:11.11. The silver goes to Murlacci, and Onea denies Herendeen at the wall after a fine fight back in the last 15 minutes in the pool. Herendeen looked good after his impressive start, but in the end it is Salguero who takes it from Murlacci, with Onea claiming Austria's first medal in the pool. Well, real delight for Onea. Absolute delight for Onea. Murlacci, he'll take that silver medal. Strong finish. Fourth of the World Championships, a mammoth improvement, but look at the delight for Onea. He really is enjoying every moment of this. So steadily improving is Onea.
Yeah, quick out of the blocks there. There wasn't a lot splitting the reaction times, but Salguero was the quickest, although certainly not the quickest over the first 25. Did easily touch in at the wall first and had a fantastic turn, pushed off so strongly. You could see there Herendeen in the corner of your screen, but he really faded in the final 25. And it was Salguero who looked really unchallenged in the last 15 or so, and a great fight back from Onea, who'll be, as we can see, absolutely thrilled with that bronze as well.
Well, it was an impressive swim by Herendeen to challenge for a medal, but look at the delight from Onea. He's never medaled at a Paralympic Games after successive podium finishes in the last 2 World Championships since swimming to a 4th place finish at London 2012. Onea takes the bronze medal. It's his first Paralympic Games medal, while Morlacci of Italy, a strong back end for the silver, but the class act Oscar Salguero takes gold as expected in the men's 100 breaststroke SB8. This is the women's 100-meter breaststroke SB8. Howarth, Collado, Wozniak, Roxon, Keane, Cashmore, Shu, and Haas. First to be introduced, swimming in lane 8, is Costa Rican swimmer, just 16 years old, Camila Haase-Quiros, after a 1:39.39 in qualifying. Nikita Howarth of New Zealand, 17-year-old, gold in the 200 IM, bronze in the 50 fly. She goes in lane 1 in what is not one of her stronger events, it must be mentioned. But she's got a strong start and might be buoyed by performances already here. Going in lane 7, Xu Jialing, only 14 years old, 3rd in the 400 free, 4th in the 200 IM, 5th in the 100 free. Joana Collado of Portugal goes in lane 2, 5th in 2008. She lives and trains in Manchester alongside many of the great British para-swimmers. Speaking of great British swimmers, Claire Cashmore, bronze in 2008, silver in 2012. Claire Bear, as she's known to her teammates. Claire Cashmore goes in lane 6. Paulina Wozniak, her second of 3 events, didn't make the 200 IM final, a bronze medalist in 2012. Silver medalist in 2008, aiming for a 3rd successive podium in this event. For Ireland, Team Ellen Keane has family support, the 21-year-old bronze at the World Championships back in Montreal 2013. And speaking of Canada, it is Katarina Roxon who is quickest to qualify. Bronze at the 2015 World Championships. She was only 5th in the 2012 finals, Katarina Roxon. But she is swimming in her strongest stroke and currently holds 4 Canadian records, including all 3 breaststroke records. Her dad is a swimming coach, and she has improved drastically in recent years. She's got a fine kick in the pool. And Roxon, wanting to capture this Paralympic title, she'll have plenty competition from the likes of Keane and Cashmore and Wozniak. Cashmore in particular. She desperately wants to go one up after silvers at London and at the last World Championships. And Roxon, who took gold behind Cashmore in Glasgow, looking to contend with the quickest times in the world this year. Howarth, Collado, Wozniak, Roxon, Keane, Cashmore, Shu, and Haase-Quiros as they get underway. Going in lane 6, it is Cashmore who gets off to the best of the starts. First to break water, though, is Roxon, and quickly into her stroke. Ellen Keane alongside her in lane 5 is not allowing her to get away. But absolutely flying out here is Cashmore going in lane 6. Well, this she regards perhaps as her favorite event, but somebody who is desperate for the gold medal in this event, with the world record holder not eligible to compete. But the comeback from Roxon, not quite complete, but she's certainly launching a little bit of a fight back as they edge towards the 50.
Roxon is surging towards the wall. I suspect she's conserved just a little in that first 25 metres, but Cashmore has had a brilliant first 50. Touches in at 37.02. She's holding off the challenge from Roxon at this stage, but Roxon is coming at her. And don't forget Keane, who's sandwiched in between the two leaders at the moment, but now it's almost level between Cashmore and Roxon.
It's down to Roxon and Cashmore. They are off the world record time, certainly, but Roxon wants it desperately. Cashmore wants it just as desperately, but I think it's Roxon who's got the stronger finish here. Canada might have yet another medal. It is Roxon who's surging to the front. Cashmore will be denied the gold she does so dearly desired. Roxon takes gold. Cashmore takes the silver, and indeed it is Keane of Ireland who medals. A fourth place for Wozniak of Poland, fifth to Collado of Portugal, sixth to Zhu Charling, seventh to Howarth of New Zealand, and Hasa Kiraj of Costa Rica still to come to the wall, but overcome by the emotion of claiming gold. Roxon, who finished behind Cashmore at the Worlds, is now on top of the world. She's the Paralympic champion, and she cannot believe it. Well, the Irish support is superb for Ellen Keane. Cashmore settling for the silver yet again. But Roxon was the star performer. She might not have led out particularly well. Cashmore set the pace. And while she'll happily take a place on the podium, you sense the disappointment of Cashmore in not claiming gold. But take nothing away from Roxon. She's improved by a good 4 seconds over this distance in recent years. And she deserved this title.
Well, she did, and it was a sluggish first 50 for her. She was almost a full second behind Cashmore at the turn, so she's had a mammoth back end 50, has swum extremely well, and by the 25-metre mark the two swimmers were neck and neck, and it was difficult to see exactly how it was all going to pan out. But Roxon just had an incredibly strong final 25 and surged towards the wall, and look there, no one could touch her. It was in the end a very decisive victory.
And the emotion of it all, oh, that's just brilliant, brilliant. Ellen Keane, as a 16-year-old, of course, came sixth in 2008. And now bronze at the 2013 World Championships, bronze at the Paralympic Games of 2016. And the Irish fans are doing a good old jig for Ellen Keane. Cashmore with the silver, Roxon with the gold in America's record time. The first time in her career she's gone under 120, a 1:19.44. It's off the world record, but it's a very impressive swim. She's a Paralympic champion for the first time.
This is the men's 400 metres freestyle S7 classification final on day 7 of the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games, and a full field of 8 will line up as we go through the start list. We've got Ponce Bertrand in 1, Aregi in 2, Jones in 3, Fox in 4, Kwasnitsa in 5, Bjornstad in 6, Serrano Zarate in 7, and Kozlenko in 8. Who is being introduced on your screen now. He's been para-swimming for just 2 years. At the age of 20, he has 3 events here in Rio. He was 6th in the 50 metres butterfly final. Anthony Ponce Bertrand, 29 years of age. He was 6th at the World Championships in 2015 in this event. He is a physiotherapist when he's not swimming, the 29-year-old. Carlos Serrano Zarate from Colombia. The Colombians having such a big presence here in Rio, just 18 years of age, won gold in the 100 metres breaststroke, bronze in the 53. Facundo Jose Aregi from Argentina, 18 years of age, 4th at the Worlds in 2015. He'll also swim the 100 free. Andreas Skar Bjornstad from Norway, 2nd at the Worlds in 2015. He'll dearly love a medal here, 19 years of age. This is his 2nd of 4 events in Rio. Michael Jones, swimming in lane 3, 22 years of age. They call him Mikey. He was 7th in the 50 metres free final, 4:58.50 was his qualification time. Marian Kvasnitsia from Ukraine in lane 5. He was 8th in London, so made the final, but he wants to go better here. He'd love to feature in the medals. 23 years of age, and he's a student. And Jonathan Fox, well, he is the man to beat. He had a substantially faster qualifying time in the heats earlier on day 7. He's a silver medalist in the backstroke, the 100 metres. He was 4th in this event in London 4 years ago. Had a very disrupted season over 2014, 2015, had some shoulder injuries, and has now come good to show some terrific form in Rio, it's fair to say, with that silver, as we mentioned, in the 100 metres backstroke. But the 400 metres freestyle, an entirely different beast, this race. Extremely grueling, and it will be interesting to see how young Michael Jones takes it out in the final. In the heats, he was, well, had to really rein himself in because he swam the first 50 in almost a sprint time, but did settle and had a very slower final 50. It'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him this morning. So Fox in 4, Kvasnitsia in 5 to watch, and Jones up in 3. Interesting to see how much he has left in the tank. Bjornstad in 6. Well, there were some huge discrepancies off the starting blocks there. It was Serrano Zarate in lane 7 who's had the best start, and look at Fox. He's taking it out very hard, and it looks as though Jones has perhaps learnt a lesson from the qualification round, not sprinting out as he was in the heat in the morning session on day 7, but at the moment Fox sending a very strong message to the rest of the field. He wants to take an early lead, and he'll easily touch in at the wall at the first 50-metre turn. 31.76. It's been a quick first 50 metres, but he'll settle now. We saw through his heat just these consistent lapping around the sort of 37-second mark for each 50. He will up the tempo, of course, for the final. There's always a difference in conserving just enough for the heats, but look at this. Jones is making sure very much he just stays on the left shoulder of Fox to let him know that he's in for the long haul and he wants to match it with Fox. We'll see how long he can hang tough with him.
Well, Jonathan Fox won't have Michael Jones as an opponent that he's overly unfamiliar with anymore, because Jones is now based at the National Performance Centre in Manchester. Recently started to base himself in Manchester, but he's also somebody who's fairly recently come onto the domestic scene, whereas you got somebody like Jonathan Fox, who might be 25, but has been winning medals regularly on the international scene going back 8 odd years. It's somebody who won the 100 back in 2012 and knows what it's like to stand on a podium, knows what it takes to get into the top spot of the podium. But Jones is swimming a far more conservative race, but must feel confident, having gone out hard and faded in the back end of the 400, that he's got enough to take on a race if he's feeling good in the earlier start, and he hasn't gone out too hard and now has in fact hit the front. And a good turn again, a controlled turn from Michael Jones. He's a confident youngster in the pool, there's no doubt about that. And let's see if he's able to take this fight to Jonathan Fox, and indeed if Fox is able to respond to anything Michael Jones could throw at him, because if he's got the energy to finish at the pace that he swims some of the 50-metre splits over this 400 freestyle, and Michael Jones could well be standing on top of the podium come the end of this race.
So they've touched in at the 200 split, and interestingly, Jones now just has half a body length over his teammate Fox, and they've dropped the rest of the field, it's fair to say. In the bronze medal position at the moment, there's a straight line across the pool from Serrano Zarate, who's in 7, Bjornstad is in 6, Kvasnitsia is in 5, and then up in lane 2 is a Regi. But at the moment it's Jones who's going to touch in at the 250 split, still with that half body length. I'll give you an update on the split time. So now he's lapping his 50s in the 36-second bracket. So it's gone 34, 35, 36, 36. So he's found a groove there and is very consistent compared with the heat swim, which started out at an absolutely furious pace and then dropped. He was dropping almost a second per 50 as he swum that heat. But look at this. Jones now has a full body length on Fox, and if Fox isn't careful, he may actually let him get away, because we are coming up to the 300-metre mark, just 2 lengths left to play out in this 400 metres. And in the bronze position at the moment, it looks as though Bjornstad in lane 6 is just starting to move ahead of the field a little, so a little bit of a gap moving up. He's got about a body length on Serrano Zarate in lane 7.
Well, you mentioned the shoulder injury to Jonathan Fox, and we're still, as yet, not entirely sure just how significantly he's been affected by it. But it does look like the fearless Fox, as some call him, is unable to respond to Michael Jones's dare of catch me if you can. Michael Jones has swum the smart race. He really has changed his tactics from the earlier morning session. It's off world record pace, but it's still going to be around the 4:43 mark, I imagine, the way he comes back. He's 3 seconds ahead at the 50, and indeed the battle for bronze at the moment sees Bjornstad of Norway in position, with the likes of Aregi right the way down to Kwasnitsia, and Serrano will chase this.
So Jones's final 2 50s, the last 2 we've seen, have been around the 37 mark, which is a fantastically consistent performance by him. He's looking beautiful. Look at those long strokes. He doesn't even look like he's tired at all. So Jones it is. He's going to be the new 400 metres champion. He's touched in at the wall first, and Fox will have to settle for the silver medal position. And look at this from Bjornstad. He's had a great swim to touch in the bronze medal position, but it was a great swim from Jones, a decisive victory. It is the new champion of the men's 400 metres freestyle S7, 22 years of age. And a good little moment of celebration. The final swimmer to come in. A rousing cheer from the crowd. They've been so warm to swimmers from all nations here. There's Michael Jones on your screen there. So the final time was 4:45.78. The Paralympic record set in London was 4:42.81. So outside that mark, Jonathan Fox 4:49 was his swim. And the two teammates congratulating each other there. And there's Norway's Andreas Bjornstad, the bronze medalist. Really strong swim by him. There wasn't much in the bronze medal race until the final 50, and he just moved up on the field and showed some real strength and endurance over that final 50.
Well, that was a fine swim by Bjornstad to get himself into a position to claim the bronze medal overall. And as you say, after being so close till the very end, the young man who actually won a silver at the World Championships last year, a 19-year-old, and has snuck in for the bronze medal. But the battle was between the two great British swimmers, Michael Jones and Jonathan Fox. Jones laid it out there, challenged Fox. Fox didn't have it in him to challenge, and in the end it is Michael Jones who will stand on top of the podium.
So it's 1 and 2 for Great Britain, and the bronze will go to Norway. This is the women's 400 metres freestyle S7 classification. And a look through the start list before we give you a fulsome introduction to all the swimmers. Lining up, we have Talamona in 1, Huang in 2, Dubber in 3, Cohen in 4, Jordan in 5, Rogers in 6, Schott in 7, and Halevi in 8. You can see on your screen there for Israel, she was 9th in this event in London, 25 years of age. So Ariana Talamona will swim in lane 1, 22 years of age. She was 6th in the 200 metres IM. She's a psychology student. Qualification time of 5:40.73. Verena Schott will swim in lane 7. She was 8th in this event in London. Took a break from swimming in 2014 with the birth of her second son, and now she's back, the 27-year-old. An experienced campaigner. 5:40.59 was her qualification time. Huang Yajing, the 19-year-old, was 4th in the 100 backstroke here. She's from Yunfu in China. She's swimming 4 events in Rio. 3 of those are the freestyle and just the 1 backstroke event. Susanna Rogers from Great Britain could Team GB chased yet more success in the pool tonight. She had a gold medal in the 50 metres butterfly, a bronze in the 50 free, bronze in this event in London. She'd love another medal to back that one up here in Rio. There's Rebecca Dubber, 23 years of age. She was a bronze medalist in the 100 backstroke, 5th in this event in London. So another youngster looking to move into the medal tallies. 5:25.34. You'd like to think her prospects are quite good to medal. Courtney Jordan has had a very busy schedule here. She's already won a silver in the 50 metres butterfly and a bronze in the individual medley. She was a London and Beijing silver medalist in this event and almost certainly should feature on the podium. And Mackenzie Cohen, 20 years of age. She's already won a gold in the 50 metres freestyle and easily on paper is the one to beat, head and shoulders above the rest in terms of her qualification time of 5:10.02. Resides in Baltimore. She's swimming 7 events here in Rio, the young political science student. And there you have it, the world record is 4:59.02. So none of the qualification times around that mark, but we know that Mackenzie Cohen is swimming with extreme confidence and buoyancy at the moment, given her success here and having a fantastic swim meet in Rio. You can see there Rebecca Dubber from New Zealand, swimming in 3. Women's 400 metres freestyle S7 classification. So the option of a pool start or from the blocks. Slow off the blocks in lane 2 from the Chinese athlete Huang Yajing, and at first blush, as we get to the first 25 metres, it's Susanna Rogers from Great Britain who's taking it out quite hard. She's starting to settle already. And Mackenzie Cohen swimming in 4, looking good early. In fact, she's going to touch in easily when we round to the first 50-metre turn. She's got quite a quick tempo for her strokes at the moment. We'll expect that to settle a little. Just trying to find her way in the field and perhaps build a lead early.
Well, yeah, Susie Rogers will be wanting to challenge, but Mackenzie Cohen at the moment is taking no chances. Already a gold medalist in the 50 free, now in the much longer version after a 6th place finish in 2012. She knows that she's improved in leaps and bounds in this event since she's been based in Baltimore at the National Training Center, and an opportunity for Mackenzie Cohen to really challenge one of her training mates, Courtney Jordan, for a medal in the pool. At the moment, Cohen is taking a significant lead over Jordan. Rogers is dropping back after an impressive start. And going in lane 2, Huang Yaqing of People's Republic of China, the Asian Para Games champion, is at the moment just shifting up ever so slightly and challenging Rogers for that bronze medal. But it is certainly the 2 US swimmers who are 1 and 2, but it's Cohen who is leading by 3 body lengths here from Courtney Jordan at the moment. So already a significant lead, and she's not necessarily taking it out too hard either. That is what's impressive about Cohen's swim, or less impressive about some who are trying to play catch in the pool at the moment. Cohen has got the ability to hold on here, and she'll know that she can go easily sub 5:10 over this distance swimming at this sort of pace, and that's good enough for a gold almost certainly.
Yes, she's looking very comfortable, and on paper her qualification time for this event was a full 12 seconds quicker than her next closest rival, which is, as we say, her teammate Jordan, swimming in the next lane. And I tell you what, the Chinese swimmer Huang has overcome what was a terrible start, really. She was very slow out of the blocks, and she's held her nerve. She didn't panic in that first 50 and over swim, so she's challenging for the bronze medal position at the moment, along with Susanna Rogers from Great Britain. But at the moment it's all about Mackenzie Cohen. And to give you an idea of the tempo she's swimming at, so that 50 was 39.39, so she started with a 36.85, then a 38 and a 39, so it's smart swimming. She didn't take it out too hard. She's settling nicely and is just building her lead. She's about 4 body lengths in front of Jordan at the moment, and it looks as though Jordan may actually be losing touch with that gold medal position, and she will need to fight for the silver, because Rogers is only about 2 body lengths behind at the moment, just hanging in there to make sure she's going to be in the challenge for the medals as well.
Well, indeed, Courtney Jordan has got a little bit of a watch here, because she's got to try to mount a challenge on Mackenzie Cohen. We're at the 250 mark already, and Cohen is sitting so far ahead. It's 7 seconds at the moment between Cohen and Jordan. So Jordan is virtually been swum out of the race inside the opening 250 meters of a 400 freestyle. The lead now, unless Cohen suddenly finds herself completely run out of energy, has got this gold wrapped up at the 250 mark as she edges towards the 300 meter split. But Susie Rogers has managed to swim past a fading Huang, and indeed Dubber has made up some ground on Huang and is trying to make up ground on Rogers and Jordan to put herself into bronze medal contention, but perhaps as well just a little too far, too much of an ask, left too much to do. But for Courtney Jordan, now it's a fine line between chasing Cohen and keeping Rogers at bay, and I dare say Rogers at bay would be her primary tactic, because Mackenzie Cohen has got this in the bag. Mackenzie Cohen is well on her way to a victory and should be comfortably into the gold medal here.
Well, Mackenzie Cohen has shown supreme consistency over those past 3 50s, and we'll get you a split time as well for the next 50 metres, but it looks as though she's almost spot on, 39 seconds for each length of the pool, and she has a shortish, choppy-ish kind of stroke, but this beautiful rhythm, and she sits in the water so nicely. She is just so far in front now, and we'll have a look at this time. She won't challenge for the world record, but it's going to be a very tidy time. She'll be quicker than her qualification time at least. Mackenzie Cohen, she's now almost half a pool length in front of the rest of the field. It's been a beautiful swim. She's had a lovely, lovely rhythm. And Mackenzie Cohen, she's going to be crowned the Paralympic champion. It's going to be a handy time too. Mackenzie Cohen, the gold medalist. And if we look to Courtney Jordan, she's managed to stay there in the silver position. She hung in there. So it will be the USA 1-2, and Susanna Rogers from Great Britain has had a fantastic swim to take the bronze medal, a decisive bronze as well. New Zealand's Rebecca Dubber will touch in 4th position. And further back in the field, Verena Schott will touch in next from Germany. Has finished strongly, and the Chinese athlete Huang, who had such a promising middle section of that race, has unfortunately faded to finish in 6th position, followed by Talamona in lane 1 and Halevi touching in for 8th, but Mackenzie Cohen, the smile says it all. 5:05.77, so 5 seconds quicker than her qualifying time, and Courtney Jordan looks very happy as well. What a lovely moment for the teammates to share. And Susanna Rogers from Team GB, the bronze medalist.
Well, this is a brilliant swim from Mackenzie Cohen, nothing short of brilliant, really is. And the moment showing the type of quality that could win her the 50, 100 and 400 triple. Well, Mackenzie Cohen already gold in the 50 free, and now gold in the 400 free, an event that she only managed to finish 6th in at London. An enormous change of fortune. Grant and Eli, her brothers, Mark and Teresa Cohen, her parents, absolutely delighted with the race. And Courtney Jordan, who she trains alongside. Courtney Jordan also happy with her silver, as she claims for the 2nd successive Paralympic Games the silver in this event. And so too for Susie Rogers, a bronze medal in successive Paralympic Games. Confirmation of the results, Cohen ahead of Jordan, with Rogers taking the bronze. Dubber just misses out, Schott finishing 5th. This is the final of the men's 100-meter breaststroke SB14. Two Japanese swimmers, Tanaka and Hayashida, go in lane 6 and 7, but it's Chung, Wenham, Evers, Quinn, Moores, Tanaka, Hayashida, and Araya. First to be introduced, Elian Araya, the 25-year-old from Argentina, gold medalist at the 2015 Pan American Games in Toronto, Canada. Swimming in lane 1, he missed out in the medal by 1 place in London. Chung Youngmook of Korea Republic swims out of Daejeon. Taiga Hayashida from Yokohama missed the final of the Worlds last year, only swimming a 1:13. He posted a 1:10 in the preliminaries. Goes in lane 7. From Norway, 19-year-olds Adam Ismail Wenham, 7th at the World Championships last year and bronze at the European Championships in Portugal earlier this year. An outside chance of a medal. Going in lane 6 is the defending champion Yasuhiro Tanaka of Japan. Beaten into silver at the last 2 World Championships though. And in 2015 a famous dead heat for silver with Scott Quinn. Mark Evers of the Netherlands, 2013 and 2015 World Champion, bronze medal in London. The man from Hillegom in the Netherlands, already a silver medalist in the 100 back, which was his favorite event. Aaron Moores, the world record holder, 22-year-old, known more as a backstroker, but he's swimming very fast times in this event and improved his personal best by 4 odd seconds in recent years. Currently the world record holder. Scott Quinn of Great Britain goes in lane 4 though, qualified fastest with a very impressive 1:06.65. And Great British fans are expecting a 1-2 finish from Moores and Quinn. But Quinn, a silver medalist at the World Championships. From Loanhead in Scotland, it's Quinn who broke the Paralympic record in the heats to qualify quickest with a 1:06.65. It's not far away from Aaron Moore's personal best, which just happens to be the world record, but the battle should be on here between 2-time world champion Mark Evers in 3, Tanaka the defending champion who goes in 6, and then the 2 Great British swimmers going in 4 and 5, Scott Quinn and Aaron Moores. This is Quinn. A little pre-swim workout, some final limbering up before he gets into the pool. Some of the superstitious swimmers will have been going through various pre-swim routines, pre-race routines, some before the call room, some after the call room when they head out on pool deck. But it's Chung, Wenham, Evers, Quinn, Moores, Tanaka, Hayashida and Araya. Getting away very quickly in lane 5. In this men's 100 breaststroke SB14 is Aaron Moores, the world record holder, looking to prove a point. Mark Evers going in lane 3, very strong. He is desperate to claim this Paralympic Games title after missing out in his favorite event and being relegated to silver in the 100 back. But indeed, the defending world champion is not managing to gain much on Scott Quinn, who goes on his inside. And indeed, the leader currently, Aaron Moores, the defending champion, Tanaka of Japan, being swum out of the race at the moment.
Well, Aaron Moores touched in at 30.54, leading the field. He's taken it out with a beautiful tempo, very quick but very smooth. Not that choppy type of stroke that sometimes we can see when swimmers overswim that first 50. But at the moment, it's Aaron Moores, very comfortable. Very comfortable and inside world record pace here. Surely Aaron Moores, if he holds on, being pressurised off his left shoulder by Scott Quinn.
his great British teammate. Evers and Tanaka are battling for the bronze, but right now it's about the time. Is there a finish though in Scott Quinn? Really surging at the end. Is he going to take it on the stroke? It's Moores who takes it just ahead of Quinn. Evers holding on for the bronze. Closing so incredibly fast with Scott Quinn, just outside world record time. But Scott Quinn finishes second. Aaron Moores takes the gold by 3/100ths of a second, and he does a little dance. That is closer than even the closest finishers in a horse race. Coming down to it, that would have been less than a nose if it were a horse race. But how tight was that finish? 3/100ths of a second. Credit to Quinn for that spurt of energy at the end, which nearly denied Moores the gold medal. Mark Evers takes a bronze in consecutive Paralympic Games, despite winning the 2 World Championships between the last Paralympic Games and indeed Rio 2016. But a wonderful swim from Aaron Moores. Didn't look like he was going to be challenged. It looked like his only challenge was whether or not he would break his own world record. And in the end, Scott Quinn had other ideas.
He actually touched in at that 50 under Paralympic record time, so he was on track, and I wonder if he was just tired ever so slightly. I tell you what, Scott Quinn, what an amazing finish, so much strength, and it really was 3/100ths of a second, a touch in it, and it actually looked, if you look at the replay here, it actually looked like Quinn was going to touch in first, and it almost just comes down to the timing of the stroke, something that's practiced in training, but in a final, well, it can go either way, really.
It really can go either way, but he is delighted by that. Doesn't matter whether you win by 3 seconds or by 3/100ths of a second. Moores, the world record holder, will have a gold medal around his neck come the end of this session. Aaron Moores and Scott Quinn make it a great British 1-2. Mark Evers of the Netherlands takes a bronze to augment his Paralympic Games collection. Just an incredible finish, one of those that you would love to watch over and over again, unless you're Scott Quinn or Aaron Moores. The women's 100-meter breaststroke SB14 final. A little extra cheer, appropriately so, from the Brazilian faithful as Brazil's Carneiro goes in lane 2. So it is Lindbergh, Carneiro, Firth, Alonso, Tuters, Van der Kolk, Fransen and Indriani. First to be introduced, the 15-year-old Suci Indriani of Indonesia. Her second event, but her first final at these Paralympic Games. Her first Paralympic Games at the tender age of 15. Fifth of the world's Pernilla Lindbergh swam outside her best to 1:23.88 in the preliminaries. 22-year-old from Gothenburg. Fourth in the 200 free and fifth in the 100 back at Rio 2016 already, aiming for a medal from the wide lane. Michelle Fransen, now she's got something impressive about her swim, but can't close out races, just can't finish strongly enough. Sixth at the World Championships, the Belgian swimmer goes in lane 7. An expected roar for Beatriz Carneiro. She absolutely broke down when she qualified for the final. The 18-year-old swimming for Brazil goes in 2, going in 6. She finished 6th at the London Games. Marlou van der Kolk, the 23-year-old, silver in the 100 back, bronze in the 200 free. 4th of the World Championships in this race. Bethany Firth looking for her 3rd gold medal of Rio 2016. She's already a 3-time Paralympic Games champion, having won in London as well. Going in lane 5, Magda Tuters trains in Amersfoort, swimming for over 20 years, competing for over 10. But the favorite is the defending champion, gold medalist of 4 years ago, Michelle Alonso Morales, the 22-year-old 2013 world champion. But she only managed to finish bronze at last year's World Championship, where she was swimming a 1:19. She's already posted some very fast times this year, including consistent 1:13 swims, and indeed set the world record earlier this year, back in April in Glasgow, with a 1:12.61. So back to her very best. Firth will expect a challenge. Silver at the 2013 World Championships, missed the 2015 World Championships with a wrist injury. A real speed in the water. Firth is probably the only swimmer who can genuinely contend and challenge Alonso in terms of speed in the water. Tutus will fancy that she has the ability to challenge as well. She goes in 5 on Alonso's left shoulder as they start. Strong start from Firth. Van der Kolk didn't get off to a great start, but she breaks water early. The underwater from Alonso is comfortable and certainly very confident. Firth is going slightly quicker, slightly choppier, but already every other swimmer in the pool has been left behind. The speed of these two is impressive. Firth in lane 3, Alonso closest to the middle going in lane 4, now looks to be coming into her own.
Yes, Alonso in that second 25 just found a beautiful rhythm. She will touch in at the wall first, not by much though, because Firth is right on her right shoulder as they take the turn. This is going to count for a lot this turn, because look at this. Bethany Firth has had the better of the turns and has come out just slightly in front, but there's not going to be a lot in it for this final lap.
Well, I tell you, the other concern that Alonso had is the fact that she had a short, choppier stroke, but what they are doing is driving each other to a potential world record time. The battle is on between two quality swimmers with speed in the pool. The shorter, choppier strokes, it's a higher stroke at the moment from Alonso. Bethany Firth is just being left behind, but it might very well come down to the stroke at the wall. Is it going to be Alonso of Spain for the gold? Is she going to claim the title that she won 4 years ago, defends her title? Firth finishes second, and third, very confident swim from Magda Tutus. Missing out as she touches in 4th is her compatriot Van der Kolk. What a quality tussle between two swimmers. Very well matched in the pool, and joyous celebration. Firth is denied her 3rd gold at Rio 2016 by Michelle Alonso Morales. In Paralympic record time, the world record holder. She's now a double champion of the women's 100 breaststroke SB14. A little thumbs up. Well, she did her best, Firth. She'll be gutted, but she realizes that she's been beaten by a faster swimmer in the pool. Tutus with an impressive swim. The 30-year-old finishes in bronze medal position. Carneiro of Brazil touched 5th fastest overall. Franson again finishes 6th. Lindberg and Indriani out, finishing 7th and 8th from the wide lanes. But this swim, the speed in the water was impressive.
And you can see it's actually Bethany Firth that got the better of the turns there. I think if Alonso Morales had a better turn, she may have actually had more of a margin at the end of the race. It did cost her a little, but in the end had a really strong finish. They were going stroke for stroke, pushed each other, and perhaps we can thank Bethany Firth in a way for that Paralympic record, because she really just stayed on Alonso Morales' left shoulder and pushed her right to the end of the pool.
There must have been concern though from Alonso when she realized what she did was she actually had to squeeze in half a stroke at the turn at the 50, which disrupted her rhythm. And certainly Firth had the upper hand coming out of the turn, but in the end, the speed in the water of Michelle Alonso in the breaststroke, just an incredible kick, and had the speed to counter Bethany Firth's lead at the halfway mark. So it's Morales, Michelle Alonso Morales, Paralympic record time, takes gold ahead of Firth. Tutus for Netherlands takes the bronze.
For the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games, men's 100 meters breaststroke SB8.
Senhoras e senhores, cerimônia de premiação dos 100 metros nado de peito masculino SB8. Jogos Paralímpicos Rio 2016.
This is the victory ceremony for the men's 100-meter breaststroke SB8.
Please welcome the medalists.
Por gentileza, dê as boas-vindas aos medalhistas.
The medals will be presented by the Minister of Sport of Great Britain.
As medalhas serão entregues pela ministra dos Esportes do
Great
Reino
British
Unido.
Minister of Sport,
This is
Tracy
Tracy
Crouch,
Crouch.
will present the medals.
Should be accompanied by the Operations Food and Beverage and Cleaning Director of Rio 2016.
Well, one of the directors of Rio 2016, Mr. Marcelo Orion Cordeiro, will dish out the mascots.
Bronze medalist representing Austria,
Medalha de bronze representando a Áustria.
Andreas Onea.
Well, after podium finishes of the last two World Championships, after his fourth place finish in London, he would have expected a podium finish, and he's got exactly that. The man who is a writer for an online magazine, but also a television presenter for a show on para-athletes in Austria, just has another great story about being a para-athlete and by being a medalist at the Paralympic Games. Andreas Onea, 24-year-old from Austria, is bronze medalist in the men's 100-meter breaststroke SB8. And he's absolutely delighted.
Silver medalist representing Italy,
Medalha de prata representando a Itália.
Federico Molacci.
Federico Molacci, 22 years of age, and what a day out he's having. Silver in this event, but that joins a gold in the 200 metres individual medley and a silver in the 400 metres freestyle. A much better result than 4 years ago, showing how much he's progressed as an athlete, where he picked up 3 bronze in London, so already still with another event to come. Molacci having a fantastic swim meet here in Rio.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Spain,
Medalha de ouro, campeão paralímpico, representando a Espanha, Oscar Salgueiro Galisteu.
And Oscar Salgueiro Galisteu, 18-year-old, silver at the World Championships. After a 1:10 swim, only needed a 1:11 to claim the gold medal. And the men's 100-meter breaststroke SB8. He did enough to win the gold, and one of a host of Spaniards inspired by the great Teresa Perales. This is as much Perales' legacy as anything. Oscar Salgueiro Galisteu claims gold. His first Paralympic Games gold medal.
Spain.
Now, an anthem you will hear at least a couple of times tonight.
Espanha.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
Senhoras e senhores, os medalhistas paralímpicos.
Gold, silver and bronze to Oscar Salguero Galisteo ahead of Federico Morlacci, Andreas Onea. It's a very European feel to the podium for the men's 100 breaststroke SB8. Family moment, proudly posing with the Spanish flag.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games.
Now for the victory ceremony of the women's 100 meter breaststroke SB8.
Senhoras e senhores, cerimônia de premiação dos 100 metros nado de peito feminino SB8 dos Jogos Paralímpicos Rio 2016.
Please welcome the medalists.
Por gentileza, dê as boas-vindas às medalhistas.
The medalists making
Bronze
their way out.
medalist representing Ireland.
Medalha de bronze representando a Irlanda.
Ellen Keane.
At her third Paralympic Games, Ellen Keane has now collected her very first Paralympic Games medal. She competed in Beijing, made 2 finals in London, but now stands on the podium at Rio 2016, a bronze medalist. Ellen Keane of Ireland, bronze in the women's 100 breaststroke SB8.
Silver medalist representing Great Britain.
Medalha de prata representando a Grã-Bretanha.
Claire Cashmore.
Claire Cashmore from Manchester in Great Britain. This is her 4th Paralympic Games, and now she has medalled in all 4 appearances with this silver medal, her first medal for the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. Silver in this event in London and bronze in Beijing. And all this while she's studying her master's degree as well. She still has another 2 events to swim here, including the women's 100 metres butterfly S9 classification. But for now, she'll celebrate with a little dance for silver in the women's 100 metres breaststroke SB8.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Canada.
Medalha de ouro, campeã paralímpica, representando o Canadá.
Katarina Roxon.
Well, Katarina Roxon is not only delighted, she's just, even in the pool, overcome by the emotion of the occasion. An overwhelming reaction from a young lady who finished 5th 4 years ago, a bronze medalist at the World Championships. The Rio 2016 Paralympic Games runs with the slogan Un Mundo Novo. It means a new world, and it certainly is a new world for Katarina Roxon. Born with her left arm missing below her elbow. Encouraged to take up swimming, and she and her sister Miranda are both competitive.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And
the
now
anthem of
on top
Canada.
Senhoras e
at the
senhores,
Paralympic Games,
hino
she is
do
a champion.
Canadá.
Her eyes welling up
Senhores,
during the national anthem. Cashmore brings it in for the hug. The Paralympic medalists, Ellen Keane of Ireland, Claire Cashmore of Great Britain, and Katarina Roxon of Canada. Bronze, silver and gold.
This is the men's 100 metres backstroke final for the S12 classification, and this is going to be a very, very interesting final indeed. If we look through lanes 2 to 7, they are all very strong contenders for the podium. Let's roll through those names. Matera in 1, Clegg in 2, Clippert in 3, Saleh in 4, Dupre in 5, Saleh in 6, Tiganidis in 7 and Akhmetov in 8. You can see there on your screen the 23-year-old from Kazakhstan. This is his second Paralympics. He was 4th in the 100 metres breaststroke. Well, the huge reception is for the Brazilian athlete who swim in lane 1, Tomás Matera, 27 years of age. He's yet to medal here at the Rio Paralympic Games, the 1:04.19 qualification time. There. Swimming in lane 7 is Tiganidis from Greece. He was a bronze medalist in London, gold in Beijing, a 35-year-old, now swimming, such an experienced campaigner. Stephen Clegg from Great Britain. Can Team GB experience even more success tonight? He's just 20 years of age. He's swimming 4 events in Rio, and his older brother James won a para-swimming bronze in 2012. Dimitri Saleh, well, he is the older of the two brothers swimming in this race here. Could we see two brothers on the podium together? He was a silver medalist in the 100 breaststroke and also won a butterfly medal in London. Sergei Klippert was silver at the World Championships in this event, a bronze medalist in London, silver in Beijing. He's been such a consistent performer over this event. 101.72, and as we roll through those qualification times, you'll see just how close they are. Tucker Dupre from the United States, 27 years of age. He was a silver medalist in London, where he won 3 medals in total, but none as yet here at the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. And here's the younger of the two Saleh brothers competing in this final. Could they make history for their country of Azerbaijan? Formerly, the brothers competed for Belarus, but now under the flag of Azerbaijan. 22 years of age, and the younger of the Saleh brothers was the quickest qualifier for this final. 101.58 was the qualification time, but there's not even a second in between the top 4 times, and it will be a very, very interesting final indeed. We expect it to be a fast one and a close one. The world record is 59.35. None of these athletes swam under a minute to qualify. At least a second and a half over the minute mark. So how quick can they push each other? So the two brothers, Saleh and Saleh, swimming in 4 and 6, separated by the American Tucker Dupre, Klippert in 3, Clegg in 2, Matera close to the crowd, swimming in lane 1. And at the bottom of your screen, Akhmatov from Kazakhstan swimming in 8, Tiganidis in 7 for Greece. The athletes enter the pool to prepare for their start. 2 lengths of the Olympic pool here at the Olympic Aquatic Stadium. Dupre there, you can see, racing in lane 5. A brother on either side of him, the Saleh brothers, would love to be sharing the podium. Well, it was a great start from Dupre. Took him a little while to break water, and as they're up and stroking, Dupre has a slim advantage, an early advantage. Tiganidis, the very, very experienced competitor, is going well in lane 7 and up in 1. Matera, perhaps buoyed by the home crowd. Unfortunately, looks as though he's swimming right into the lane ropes, but as they touch in at the wall, it could well be Klippert. There's a real jostling for the lead. Let's have a look here. There's a touch in it. It's actually Tiganidis. We know he had a great first 50, 28.54. Touched in first, and Klippert 28.90 in second.
Well, I wonder if Raman Saleh is swimming within himself, because usually he likes to take it out really hard, but Raman Saleh, I still expect him to come back. Silver medalist at the World Championships. Klippert has made his move off the wall, but indeed Dupre is dropping back, while Dimitri Saleh looks to be out of this completely, and Tiganidis going in 7 my medal, but it's going to be the Ukraine in 3.
It's Klippert. He's almost on world record place, almost, not quite. He's going to touch in for the gold, and Raman Saleh the silver. Dupre denies the two Saleh brothers a podium finish to share. But what a fantastic swim from Klippert. Silver at the Worlds, bronze in this event 4 years ago, and now he's taking gold, and he managed to break the 1 minute mark as well. Not quite on world record pace, but he did give it a pretty good nudge, it's fair to say. Looked like he was going to go close. Raman Saleh, the silver medalist, so the younger of the two Saleh brothers at 22 years of age, finishing with 1 minute 0.91 seconds. And Dupre there, the bronze medalist, in 101.04. There wasn't much in it for the first 50. I think it was Tiganidis who led into the wall, but unfortunately for him, faded in that back end. And Saleh by about well, it was only about 15 metres into the final 50, took a commanding lead and was untouchable, half a body length in it. Touching strongly, nice little surge at the end there. So Sergei Klippert from Ukraine gives Ukraine even more success in the pool. Gold for Ukraine, silver for Azerbaijan, and bronze for the United States. This is the women's 100 metres backstroke final for the S12 classification for visually impaired athletes. And Hannah Russell, who will swim from lane 4, is the favourite. She's substantially faster on paper in recent form. Argentina has 2 athletes swimming in 1 and 2. Spain, Great Britain, Ukraine, Brazil. Another Ukrainian athlete and an American rounding out the field. We'll now introduce the athletes to you in full. So McLean Hermes, 15 years of age, swimming for the United States, the youngest US athlete selected for the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. This is her first of 3 events in Rio. She's also swimming the 400 free and 100 breast. Annabelle Moro from Argentina, 37 years of age. This is her 4th Paralympics, and she'll also swim the 50 metres free, 1:21.88 is her qualification time. Marina Stebrovska from Ukraine, 23 years of age. She made the final in London but finished 8th. She'll be hoping to improve on that here in Rio this year. Ana Luz Pelletiero, also from Argentina. So the 2 Argentinians will swim next to each other in 1 and 2. She was 6th at Worlds in 2015 in this event, 19 years of age. Raquel Viel from Brazil gets a huge cheer. She made the final in this event in London. She finished 7th, but improved on that at the Worlds and finished 5th, 33 years of age. Made her international debut in 2009. Maria Delgado Nadal from Spain. She was a bronze medalist at the Worlds, just 18 years of age, based in Madrid, 1:14.51. So you can see the difference in the qualification times there. There's quite a discrepancy between the quicker of the athletes and those on the outside lanes. There's Yanya Matlo from Ukraine, 25 years of age, 5th in London. So we have all the London finalists almost here and all wanting to take a medal. Hannah Russell, who is the world record holder swimming from Great Britain in lane 4. This is the first of her 3 events here in Rio. She was the bronze medalist in London, where she won 3 medals in total. She set that world record in March this year, so we know she has recent form. And certainly on paper looks head and shoulders above the rest of the field, but it is a final and you never know. And could the Brazilian crowd inspire a strong performance in lane 3, in lane 5? Raquel Viel representing the host nation. So Hannah Russell, the 20-year-old from Great Britain, swimming in lane 4. Matlow in 5. Delgado Nadal for Spain in 3. Well, she pulled herself up very high on the starting blocks and she's had a fantastic start. Oh, look at this. Up and stroking and looking just so strong and comfortable. Hannah Russell, the 20-year-old, and already at the 25-metre mark has almost a full body length on the rest of the field. Matlow is having a good swim for Ukraine in the next lane, and just staying in touch for the moment is Delgado Nadal from Spain, but Hannah Russell will easily touch in at the wall. The 50 split for her will be 31.62. She's under world record pace at the moment.
Well, I'll tell you what, she might not be the reigning world champion, but in the last few years she's won the European title, she's won the World Championship title in Montreal in 2013. Indeed holds the world record, as well as you say, from earlier this year. But Hannah Russell looks in imperious form right now. Nobody is going to come close to her, but the real battle here is between Delgado and Matlow for the silver medal, with a fast closing VL perhaps being spurred on by the crowd. But it's all about Hannah Russell to the wall.
Hannah Russell is just in front of world record pace. Has she got it in her just to touch in front of it? She's managed it. What a performance. And now for the silver medal. Look at this. It's Matlow who's had a stunning final 25 of that length of the pool, and Delgado Nadal is the bronze medalist. But hats off to Hannah Russell. What a performance. What a star. A class above and a world record to her name. Well, the Team GB supporters will be again delighted to see. So 1:06.06 is that new mark. So 9/100ths of a second quicker than the time she set in Glasgow earlier this year in March. She set that world record, so that will double as a new Paralympic record as well, beating the mark set in London 4 years ago. Maria Delgado Nadal, the bronze medalist, comes home in 1:12.73. So she was high off the blocks and just had a beautiful arch back into the water, got away to such a good start, and it was almost the perfect race.
Well, she used the underwater for as long as she was legally allowed to, Hannah Russell, and that's sometimes the smart move when you've got great pace underwater, and she has exactly that at the turn again. Look how quick she is, goes deep into the water, builds up some big pace, uses just about every inch that she has available to her in that streamline, and then just breaks into stroke. It's a good, fluid, frequent stroke, wonderful shoulder roll. She is basically going 180 degrees over her shoulder, and a wonderful windmill-like action. She's got the near perfect backstroke, and Hannah Russell deservedly champion.
Confirmation of the final standings there, so her dominance is such, well, the final times really tell the story, don't they? I mean, 5 seconds, more than 5 seconds on her nearest rival, Matt Lowe, who, nothing away from her, had a fantastic swim, but Hannah Russell just in a class of her own. And Delgado Nadal less than a second back in the bronze medal position. The Brazilian Viel finished in 4th position, a good result for her, 1:15.24, but look at the GB supporters there. Another great evening out at the pool.
Well, this is the men's 100 fly S11. So Ortega, Liu, Oliver, Kimura, Maschenko, Snyder, Zuchilau, and Lemos Rojas. First to be introduced from Colombia, the 29-year-old man who used to work on a farm and quite by accident fell into swimming. He was required to swim often in a river in his job. Unwittingly found himself a competitive swimmer as a result. Yunerki Ortega of Cuba goes in lane 1, the 26-year-old. Strength is really his breaststroke, and he has improved his fly, which has certainly helped his IM racing. Gregory Zuchilau, the 17-year-old, 5th in the 50 freestyle final at his first Paralympic Games, goes in lane 7. Lu Chen-Chuan is 25 years old, just recently shot to prominence in this event, a 106.85 in the preliminaries, man from Ningbo. Bradley Snyder is already a multiple gold medalist. 2-time champion in London, already a gold medalist on 2 occasions in the 50 and 400 free in Rio 2016. 4th in this event though in London 4 years ago. Going in lane 3 is the man that finished 3rd as far back as Athens in 2004, the 28-year-old Israel Oliver, Madrid born. Lives in Tenerife, but back training at the training center in Madrid. Bronze of the World Championships last year, silver 3 years ago. Alexander Maschenko, Sasha to his friends, the 30-year-old. He's won silver going back to 2008 in this event, but he's at his 5th Paralympic Games. The man to beat, though, is arguably Keiichi Kimura, the 26-year-old, silver in the 50 free, bronze in the 100 breast. He's the reigning world champion. 4 golds he took at the Asian Para Games, including this one. Keiichi Kimura of Japan, bronze 4 years ago, wanting to upgrade Enamid Enamad's World record still stands from the Beijing title of 2008. Snyder goes in lane 6. Outside chance of a medal. He finished 1 outside the medals in London. Kiichi Kimura of Japan, the swimmer to watch. Going in lane 4. Do not discount Moschenko alongside him though. A man who's finished 4th already at the 50 free and 100 breast, but an 8-time Paralympic Games medalist, a 4-time champion is Moschenko. Anxious moments for the Japanese fans. Ortega, Liu, Oliver, Kimura, Moschenko, Snyder, Zhujilao and Lemos getting away very quickly in lane 6. Bradley Snyder, a superb start, but the underwater by Kimura is impressive as well. As he breaks water, he comes up in front. Israel Oliver going strongly in lane 3 on his outside, and now making up some time in the water here is Moschenko. A good fluid stroke, just drifting towards the right side of the lane. It is Snyder now having a little trouble. Just swam into the left lane rope, but it is those three who are in top positions, Kimura, Moschenko and Snyder, who touch at the wall.
Well, Moschenko and Snyder looking fantastic, but really Kimura touched in first. They were going stroke for stroke, where Kimura and Moschenko. Kimura, though, just starting to edge out a little bit of an advantage here. He's going to need to come home very strongly.
Well, Israel Oliver is pushing Kimura. Moschenko is trying to mount a fight back, and Bradley Snyder is coming back on Moschenko. Kimura trying to hold on, but it looks to be Oliver who is coming back. It's Oliver who's going to take it at the wall, surely. Oliver for gold. Will he get it on the stroke? Oliver ahead of Kimura, and Moschenko finishes 3rd. Snyder takes 4th for the 2nd consecutive games, but what a finish, what a race. Spain has another gold medal in the pool. Kimura denied that gold as the reigning world champion, but he upgrades from his bronze of 2012. Moschenko, silver medalist in 2008, is a bronze medalist in his 5th Paralympic Games. What a race from Israel Oliver. Moschenko. Great swim from Moschenko. What a finish again, so tight, so close.
Well, to give you an idea of just how well Oliver swum in that final 50 of the race, he touched in at the wall in 3rd position, almost half a second behind Kimura. And they were stroke for stroke, but it was only the last couple of metres when he had his timing perfect towards the wall. Look at that, it was just a touch in it. Amazing, really. Such a slim margin. And Kimura will be disappointed. He looked quite dominant at the turn and so strong, but a fantastic finish from the Spaniard. So Spain claims yet another gold in the pool.
In the S11 classification, the swimmers with visual impairment, severe visual impairment, some blind, but those who aren't are required to swim with blackened goggles. And indeed, those are being inspected by the officials before the results are made official. Israel Oliver claims his 1st ever gold medal at a Paralympic Games. Kiichi Kimura denied the gold, has the silver, and Moschenko, the 30-year-old from the Ukraine, claims a very fine bronze indeed. Snyder just missing out. Liu, Zhujilao, Ortega and Lemos Rojas in that order.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games, men's 400 metres freestyle S7.
Well, this is the victory ceremony for the men's 400 metres freestyle S7 classification.
Prova dos 400 metros nado livre masculino S7.
And it's a big moment again for Team GB. Great Britain claiming the gold and the silver in this event. Fantastic performance from Michael Jones. We weren't sure how he was going to swim this final, but he did it showing such maturity. And it is Norway who's going to claim the bronze medal.
The medals will be presented by Municipal Attorney General.
As medalhas serão entregues pelo Procurador-Geral do município, Senhor Fernando dos Santos Dionísio.
So Mr. Fernando Dionzio, who is the Municipal Attorney General,
He'll be accompanied by
is
Human
presenting the
Resources
medals,
Director of Rio
and
2016.
Enrique Gonzalez, the Rio 2016 Director, will be assisting Mr. Dionzio in this victory ceremony presentation.
Bronze medalist representing Norway,
Medalha de bronze representando a Noruega.
Andreas Skar Bjornstad.
He's 19 years of age, Andreas Skar Bjornstad, and showing such promise. He's from the small town of Drammen, just outside the capital, Oslo. 19 years of age. We'll see him again here in Rio. This is the second of his 4 events. Still to come, he has the 100 breaststroke and 50 fly. He'll take a lot of confidence from this bronze medal in the men's 400 metres Freestyle S7 classification.
Silver medalist representing Great Britain,
Medalha de prata representando a Grã-Bretanha.
Jonathan Fox.
He missed the podium at his home games in London 4 years ago, but Jonathan Fox at 25, despite a series of persistent shoulder injuries in recent years, has been able to make the podium and finish in silver medal position. After his silver in the 100 back, he's getting a fine collection going. The man who's won medals at every international competition. Won the 100 backstroke in 2012. He's been on the top of the podium before. Silver this time.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Great Britain,
Medalha de ouro, campeão paralímpico representando a Grã-Bretanha.
Michael Jones.
A big cheer from the Great Britain supporters. Friends and family here to see Michael Jones, they call him Mikey, the 22-year-old from New Milton, claim his first Paralympic Games medal, and it is a gold one. What a better way to start. The winning time 4:45.78. Fantastic swim and an excellent day 7 at the pool for Team GB.
Ladies and gentlemen, the anthem of Great Britain.
Senhoras e senhores, o hino da Grã-Bretanha. Senhoras e senhores, os medalhistas paralímpicos.
The medalists in the men's 400 metres freestyle S7 classification. Michael Jones, the gold medalist at centre. Jonathan Fox, his teammate, the silver medalist and from Norway, Andreas Bjornstad, taking the bronze at 19 years of age. I suspect we'll see a lot more of him in the future. Another successful race for Team GB.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games, Women's 400 meters Freestyle S7.
Senhoras e senhores, cerimônia de
This is
premiação
the
dos
victory
400
ceremony for the women's
metros
400 meters
livre
freestyle
feminino
S7
dos
classification,
Jogos
and
Paralímpicos Rio
much
2016.
celebration for Team USA, taking gold and silver, and Great Britain the bronze medalists in this event. You can see the athletes coming onto screen, and in the middle, the gold medalist Mackenzie Cohen, who won this event in such decisive fashion, had a 13-second, close to a 13-second margin over her teammate Courtney Jordan. The win never looked in doubt. It was a first-class performance. 5:05.77, the final time.
Bronze medalist representing Great Britain.
Medalha de bronze representando a Grã-Bretanha.
Susanna Rogers.
Susanna Rogers, 33 years of age. She's based in London. She already has a gold in the 50 metres butterfly and a bronze in the 50 metres freestyle. These medals she adds to her bronze in this event in London. So having an excellent games here at the Olympic Aquatic Stadium, and much to celebrate. Still has one event left, the women's 100 metres freestyle, and she'll be looking for a medal at that to make it a clean sweep, a medal in all 4 events that she'll compete in.
Silver medalist representing the United States of America.
Medalha de prata representando os Estados Unidos da América.
Courtney Jordan.
Look at the smile. Courtney Jordan, the 25-year-old world champion at the last 2 editions, denied in the pool on day 7 of competition. She's got a master's in primary education. She's put her education as a priority, but she remains dedicated to Paralympic swimming, at least for now. Her 15th final since making her Paralympic Games debut in Beijing, where she went on to win the 50 free. Granddaughter of a founding member of the US Swimming Hall of Fame. Courtney Jordan, silver medalist.
Ladies and gentlemen, the gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing the United States of America.
Medalha de ouro, campeã paralímpica, representando os Estados Unidos da América.
Mackenzie Cohen.
She's 20 years of age and already having such success in the pool. Her 2nd gold medal here at the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games, a very full program of events. So she has a gold in the 400 metres freestyle S7 that accompanies her gold in the 50 metres freestyle, and she still has the 100 to come. She will be one to watch. lives in Baltimore and is a political science student as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, the anthem of the United States of America.
Senhoras e senhores, o hino dos Estados Unidos da América.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
Senhoras e senhores, as medalhistas paralímpicas.
The medalists enjoying themselves atop the podium. Mackenzie Cohen in the centre, Courtney Jordan, the silver medalist, and Susanna Rogers from Great Britain. The bronze medalist in the women's 400 metres freestyle S7 classification.
I know Mackenzie Cohen is a little superstitious, and there's a routine with peanut butter being consumed before every race. I'll tell you what, the way she stormed to the gold in the 400 freestyle S7, I'm pretty sure there was a lot of peanut butter going down ahead of her heading towards the call room. Another superb race, and a 1-2 for USA. This is the men's 50-meter breaststroke final for SB2 classification. Tronco, Dungo, Huang, Lee, Vinoradets, Castorena and Kostakis go in lanes 1 to 8. First out is a man who claimed a bronze medal in the 100 freestyle at his home games of Athens 12 years ago, Yanis Kostakis. Going in lane 1 from Mexico, it's Christopher Tronco, representing Mexico. We have 2 representatives in this race. It is Arnulfo Castorena who goes in 7th, silver medalist of 4 years ago. 38-year-old, he was champion in 2000 and 2004, a 3-time world champion, and silver at the last 2 world championships. Somchai Dungko of Thailand goes in lane 2, the 38-year-old having won the 50 fly gold in Sydney. As far back as Athens was winning silver in this event. Dimitro Vinoradets bronze in 2012. The 31-year-old has already claimed gold in the 50 back and silver in the 50 free, as well as bronze in the 4x50 mixed relay at these games. Huang Chuawen 23-year-old, second in the fastest heat, but third fastest qualifier overall. Going in lane 5, Li Tingshen of the People's Republic of China. Man from Fujian province. He's only swimming 2 events at Rio 2016. And he's ready for this race with a thumbs up. But the man to beat, the man to watch, shattered the world record in the second heat of the men's 50-meter breaststroke SB2 in the preliminary session. There were stories that he was swimming close to 50 seconds in training. He set a new world record, 52.48, when the previous world record stood at 55. Huang Wenpan, the 21-year-old, already gold in the 50 free and the 4x50 mixed relay, as well as silver in the 50 back. He goes in lane 4. And China looking for a clean sweep of the medals as they go in lanes 3, 4 and 5. The favorite, Huang Wenpan, People's Republic of China. 21-year-old, has been in fine form. His third world record at Rio 2016 in just 4 events, and looking to close out after the world record in the heats. The gold now, Tronco, Dunko, Huang, Li, Vinoradets, Castorena and Kostakis. China looking for the clean sweep. Huang doesn't get away overly quickly. Dunko gets away off the start. His blocks very quickly in lane 2, but he will be reeled in. But is it going to be the 3 Chinese swimmers who finish 1, 2, 3, or will it be Vinoradets of the Ukraine who disrupts? Can Castorena, with his experience, launch a challenge, mount a challenge going in lane 7? Castorena is desperately trying to swim a strong race here in 7, but indeed not able to quite get up the speed he would like. Huang Wenpan of China, though, is leading the way just ahead of Li Tingshen and indeed Huang Chaowen, and he is looking well inside his world record here that he set in the heats. He's looking for 2 world records in a day, and indeed the gold medal, little round out. It's going to be his 4th world record at Rio 2016, 2 in the same event, and gold, silver and bronze for China in the men's 50-meter breaststroke SB2. A clean sweep of the medals. It's Vinoradets who touches for 4th. 5th for Dunko of Thailand. And then Castorena touching 6th. Coming in 7th is Tronco of Mexico, and 8th Kostakis of Greece. But the People's Republic of China will celebrate this victory. It's a 1, 2, 3, 50.65. The world record this morning was standing at 55 seconds. He bettered the world record to 52.48 in the heats, Huang Wenpan. And then in the final, has just swum a world record 50.65 to blow away the opposition and obliterate his own world record.
Well, it wasn't the greatest of starts, but we know that he likes to build through the race, and by the 25-meter mark found his rhythm, and Huang Wenpan just had all the momentum. He just found his stroke, found his rhythm, and it was a beautiful final 25. And what a fantastic result, smashing his previous record that stood for less than 24 hours.
Talk about smashing. He wasn't exactly looking to glide into the wall either. He just smashed into the wall. Dunko looks perplexed in lane 2, but Huang Chaowen the first to congratulate Huang Wenpan. What a swim. Well, the crowd acknowledging the significant world record. China, 1, 2, 3. Bronze to Huang Chaowen. Li Tingchen takes silver. And Huang Wenpan takes the world record. It's a disqualification for Christopher Trongo. Dinrodets disappointed to miss out on the medals. The Ukrainian finishes 4th.
The men's 50 metres breaststroke SB3 classification, and very little separates the inside 4 lanes of this race, and there are only 3 medals to go around, so somebody has to miss out as we look through the list there. Schoenmaker, Dieleman, Luke, Jin, Suzuki, Morelli, Kelly and Giel. And we have the reigning world record holder, I should say. It was set 8 years ago, would you believe? Takayuki Suzuki has had such a long and successful career, and he'd dearly love another gold medal here as we introduce the athletes to you. That's Vicente Giel from Spain, 40 years of age. He was a silver medalist in Beijing. This is the only event he's swimming in Rio this year. Michael Schoenmaker from the Netherlands, 33 years of age, has a silver medalist in the 200 metres free and a bronze in the 100 free. He's the reigning Paralympic champion. Swam a mark of 50 seconds flat in London. Ahmed Kelly from Australia, he was 4th in this event in London. He would love to finish in the medals, Iraqi born, now lives in Melbourne, 24 years of age. Jonathan Dieleman from Canada. This is also his only event in Rio, 31 years of age. Efrem Morelli from Italy. This is his 3rd Paralympic Games, 36 years of age. A promising motocross rider before he was injured at 20 and is now a successful Paralympic swimmer. Miguel Luke, 39 years of age, the world champion. He's going to want that gold medal. He was the gold medalist in Athens and Sydney, silver in London, bronze in Beijing. Here's the man that could well stop him. He set the world record back in Beijing in 2008. Takayuki Suzuki, the bronze medalist in London, on your screen. And Ginger Peng, well, will he be high on the success of the Chinese team this evening? Going 1, 2, 3 in the previous final. 24 years of age, he already has 2 silver medals and 1 bronze. He was 4th at the World Championships, hails from Fujian province in China. So just outside the medals at the World Championships, and wouldn't he love a medal here? Well, there's the man who holds that world record. His name's on screen, Takayuki Suzuki. That mark of 48.41. All the qualifying times more than a second out of that world record pace over the 50 metre distance. It's an absolute sprint. So the options for the athletes to start on the blocks or in the pool. So it's Jin, the fastest qualifier, will swim in lane 4. Suzuki is in 5. Morelli to his right is in lane 6. Kelly in 7. Giel in 8. And at the top of the screen, there's Suzuki, you can see. And at the top of the screen, Schoenmaker and Dieleman, Luke. clean start there, and as expected, Suzuki's gotten away to a cracking start. Look at this, it's a fast stroke he has, a reasonably choppy action, but he's opening up a little bit of a lead here. It's still early in the race, but he's about half a body length in front, swimming very close to the right-hand lane rope, and just to his right, he'll be able to see Morelli staying with him at the moment. But it looks as though Jin has overtaken the lead and is absolutely powering home. So Jin Peng, who laid down the gauntlet with his qualification time, he was the quickest qualifier. He's going to do it. He's a full body length in front. He might just touch inside world record time, and he has. Well, Jin touching in ahead of the Spaniard who is next to him in lane 2, and Morelli in 3. So Miguel Luke, 49.47, a quick time as well. But a fantastic swim from Jin. It was actually the world record holder Suzuki who looked fantastic early. Morelli there doing enough to finish in the bronze medal position, and Suzuki, after such a great start, has had to settle for 4th position. He'll be very disappointed with that, to finish outside the medals.
Well, just the way Jin Peng managed to build in this race was just so good. At the 25-meter mark, he wasn't in front, but the way he finished, and he was behind world record pace, but you could sense that there was some speed building, and really just power to the wall. Delighted.
Well, it's interesting with the 50 because it is an all-out sprint, but we know that Jin has great form across the 100 and 200 and also the 150 IM. So it is telling that he's able to put that spurt on in the final 25 with a conservative start. So 47.54 is the new world record mark set by the Chinese athlete Jin Peng, and what a great night for China in the pool. Day 7 is proving to be. Thumbs up to the crowd. Well, an inspired performance. He saw his 3 teammates go 1, 2 and 3 in the previous final, and he wanted to join them as well. So such success for China. 24 years of age, adds a gold to his 2 silver and 1 bronze. The women's 50 metres breaststroke SB3 classification. Pereira dos Santos, Trimi, Valle, Cheng, Swiderska, Lafina, Deng and Firmino. 2 Brazilians in this final. And well, the Brazilian crowd is going to raise the roof because they've got 2 athletes to welcome out here. The first of which is Ronaldo Firmino. She's 41 years of age. This is her 3rd Paralympics. And Patricia Pereira dos Santos, 38 years of age. She already has a relay silver medal. She'll also compete in the 50 metres free. She's swimming in lane 1. 107.38 was her qualification time. Swimming in lane 7, Deng Yue. She's just 15 years of age. She's called the Flying Fish. Already has a bronze in the individual medley. Hails from the city of Chengdu. Will swim in 4 events across the swim meet at the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. Ariola Trimi from Italy, you can see on your screen there, 29 years of age from Milan. She has 5 events in Rio, is yet to medal. Could well feature on the podium here. From Ukraine, the 23-year-old from Kiev only made her international debut in 2014. That is Maria Lafina. She was 6th in the 150 metres IM in this classification, so would love a podium finish here. Well, Mexico, very happy to see Patricia Valle, 47 years of age. She's competing at her 5th Paralympics. She won bronze in this event in Sydney, has a total of 10 Paralympic medals. Olga Sverdlovska already has a silver medal and 2 bronze medals in Rio, 26 years of age. She was a dual silver medalist in London as well. And Cheng Jiao from China already has a gold in the 150 metres individual medley. This is the second of her 4 events. Imagine if she could go 2 from 2. She's the only qualifier to swim underneath 1 minute. But you can see there the world record is a lot quicker again. 54.21 seconds is the world record mark. So there's really 4 swimmers in the hunt for 3 medals in this event. Valle, Cheng, Sverdlovska and Lafina. Cheng on paper has by far the best form coming into this final. She was swimming in lane 4. Sverdlovska will be to her right in lane 5. Lafina in 6, so the 2 Ukrainians swimming side by side. And up in lane 3, Patricia Valle. The 2 Brazilians swimming on the 2 outside lanes, which is even better from the crowd's perspective at least. They'll be nice and close to the 2 Brazilians. And Trimmy swimming in lane 2. Clean start by all athletes. It was Deng Yue in lane 7 who's had an absolutely cracking start, it's fair to say, but things are evening up now as all the swimmers find their rhythm, and it is lane 4 looking very strong. Cheng Jiao, as expected, we know she's in terrific form coming into this race, and she's just starting to open up a bit of a lead, perhaps even almost a full body length as they reach the halfway mark. Just swimming off her right shoulder, Sverdlovska from Ukraine. And next to her is her teammate who's hanging tough as well. But on the opposite side of Cheng Jiao, Patricia Valle is having a wonderful swim as well. So there's a real fight here for the silver medal position and perhaps even another challenge for the bronze as well in the second Ukrainian, Lafina. But it is going to be Cheng Jiao touching into the wall first. She's going to take yet another gold medal for China. And it's outside record time, but still a fantastic result for her. And it will be silver to Ukraine and bronze to Italy. You can see there Cheng Jiao, the new Paralympic champion on your screen, 58.28. There's our silver medalist for Ukraine, Maria Lafina, finished in 101.92. And Patricia Valle from Mexico, 102.40. So China yet again taking another gold medal. What a fantastic day 7. So there's Cheng. Strong start, and by the halfway mark really consolidated that, and there was no touching her.
Yeah, you got a sense that Sverdlovska was going to feature, but in the end didn't. That just tells you what strong swims that we saw from Lafina and Valle going in lane 3 in particular, the Mexican swimmer. But Sverdlovska, she was set to finish in silver medal position by qualifying time, but Lafina from lane 6 and Valle in lane 3 managed to sneak the medals ahead of her, and she finishes 4th overall.
So China, Ukraine and Mexico to stand on the podium for the women's 50 metres breaststroke SB3. Well, plenty to celebrate for Cheng Jiao. And she's gone 2 from 2, a gold in the medley and now a gold in the 50 metres breaststroke for the SB3 classification. A thumbs up. Some great support for the Chinese athletes, and they're really delivering for the fans here at the Rio Olympic Aquatic Stadium.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games Men's 100 meters Breaststroke SB14.
Senhoras e senhores, cerimônia de premiação dos 100 metros nado de peito masculino SB14 dos Jogos Paralímpicos Rio 2016.
Please welcome the medalists.
Por gentileza, dê as boas-vindas aos medalhistas.
The medals will be presented by governing board member of the International Paralympic Committee.
As medalhas serão entregues pelo membro do Conselho Executivo do Comitê Paralímpico Internacional, Senhor Miguel Sagarra.
He'll be accompanied by the Vice Director General of Tokyo 2020.
Ele é acompanhado pelo
So,
vice-diretor-geral
Miguel Sagarra, the IPC governing board member, and
Mr.
Mr. Yukihiko Nunamura of Tokyo 2022.
Bronze medalist.
Organising committee will present the medals and the garlands in this men's 100 meter breaststroke SB14. Netherlands has another medal in the pool, and Mark Evers claims the bronze. Silver in his favourite event, the 100 back. Bronze 4 years on from his bronze medal in London. The world champion at the last 2 World Championships in Montreal and Glasgow has to settle for the bronze. A man who last year was named an ambassador for the Dutch Association for Autism.
Silver medalist representing Great Britain.
Medalha de prata representando a Grã-Bretanha,
Scott Quinn.
Scott Quinn is 26 years of age and has shown steady improvement in the 100 metres breaststroke, from 5th in 2013 at the World Championships to 2nd at the 2015 World Championships, and now he is a Paralympic silver medalist. This is his only event here in Rio, and he's completed it in style. Scott Quinn from Edinburgh in Great Britain, thoroughly enjoying his silver medal.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Great Britain.
medalha de ouro, campeão paralímpico representando a Grã-Bretanha,
Aaron Moores.
But the champion is 22-year-old Aaron Moores, the world record holder in this event coming into Rio 2016. Aaron Moores swam just outside his own world record, a 106.67, nearly matching his 106.33 world record that he set in Glasgow earlier this year, back in April. Just a couple of years ago, he was known more as a backstroker, that he's improved so vastly in this category, taking 4 odd seconds off his time in the last couple of years, that he now stands atop the podium as a world record holder
Ladies and gentlemen,
and a
the
Paralympic
anthem
Games
of
champion.
Great Britain.
Senhoras e senhores, o hino da
Seems a trend has started.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Paralympic medalists.
Senhoras e senhores, os medalhistas paralímpicos.
Well, a moment for Great Britain to savour. Aaron Moores, Scott Quinn claim gold and silver. Mark Ebers claiming the bronze for the Netherlands. Two-time world champion of the last 2 events, but he's been beaten by 2 up-and-coming talents, and prodigious talents at that. There we go, proud parents of Scott Quinn.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games, women's 100 meters breaststroke SB14.
Senhoras e senhores,
This is the victory ceremony for the women's 100 meter breaststroke SB14, not the men's 50 meter freestyle S13.
Rio 2016.
The women's 100 meter breaststroke SB14 victory ceremony.
Please welcome the medalists.
Por gentileza, 10 boas-vindas às medalhistas.
Bronze medalist representing the Netherlands.
Medalha de bronze, representando Países Baixos.
Magda Toeters.
Magda Toeters of the Netherlands takes the bronze medal, the 30-year-old. Swimming for over 20 years, she's been competitive for over 10. A 1:17.35 takes the bronze medal in the women's 100 meter breaststroke SB14. Representing the Netherlands as she trains with the bulk of the top Dutch swimmers in Amersfoort. Just outside Amsterdam.
medalist representing Great Britain.
Medalha de prata representando a Grã-Bretanha.
Bethany Firth.
Bethany Firth is 20 years of age and the breaststroke isn't considered her forte. She even says herself she's not really a breaststroker, but she's thrilled to achieve the silver medal in personal best time. And she still has one of her stronger events, the 200 metres individual medley, to come later in competition.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Spain.
Medalha de ouro, campeã paralímpica, representando a Espanha, Michelle Alonso Morales.
The 22-year-old Michelle Alonso Morales has done it again. At London 4 years ago, she was champion of this event. And she successfully defended her title at Rio 2016. They call her the Little Mermaid in Spain. There was concern when she only managed bronze at the World Championships last year, swimming a 1:19, but she swam a Paralympic record 1:12.62 to retain the title she won 4 years ago. And she's utterly delighted by her success. Now for the second time on the night, La Marcha Real,
Senhoras e senhores,
the Royal
o hino da
March.
Espanha.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Paralympic medalists.
Senhoras e
delighted
senhores,
champion.
as medalhistas paralímpicas.
In London, she swam 3 events, won gold in the 100 breaststroke SB14. She swam 2 events here in the finals and won the title she won 4 years ago. Tutors, Firth and Alonso, the medalists in the women's 100-meter breaststroke SB14. This is the men's 50-meter freestyle S13 final. It's going to be an all-out sprint. The start list: Denisenko, Jason, Tursun Kujaev, Boki, Fahrenberg, Fedina, Pankov and Turbide. Turbide of Canada. First to be introduced, the 19-year-old. I'm told a talented guitarist as well. But in the pool, a 25.54 in the preliminaries sees him into the final in lane 8. Yaroslav Denisenko, 2 silver medals already. The 2013 world champion is looking to medal from lane 1. Kirill Pankov goes in 7, the Uzbekistan swimmer, one of his 4 gold medals in the 2014 Asian Para Games, came in this event, the men's 50 From Australia, Braden Jason, the 18-year-old, was just 16 at his first World Championships last year and made all but one final. He steadily improved, and a man with great aerobic ability. Going in lane 6, a gold medalist and 2008 Fedina, the 28-year-old. Muzaffar Tursunkajaev of Uzbekistan, bronze in the 100 fly. He swims in lane 3 after a 24.48 in the preliminaries. Carlos Fahrenberg being warmly welcomed, the 36-year-old Brazilian, 3 times a freestyle world championship medalist. But in the Paralympic Games, he's never gone better than 4th. That was back in 08 in this event. But the favorite for gold is already in the pantheon of greats, despite this being only his 2nd Paralympic Games. It is Ihar Boki of Belarus. 3 gold medals and a bronze in 4 events. This is 5th at Rio 2016. The 22-year-old is the reigning world champion. He's the world record holder. And although he is not the defending champion, it was only one of 2 events that he failed to win in London 2012, where he claimed the silver on that occasion. But Fedina, a gold in 2008, a man who was so exceptional in Beijing that he was awarded an apartment after his 3 gold medal haul in 2008. But it's Belarus who will expect a medal from Boki. The reigning world champion goes in 4. Denisenko, Jason, Tursunkajaev, Boki, Farrington, Fedina, Pankov and Turbide. Getting off to a very good start was Braden Jason of Australia in 2, but Boki underwater is just so clinical. Fahrenberg looking good at the moment, but coming up on his outside is Fedina of the Ukraine. He is swimming very fast. Boki is going to win this. Fedina looks to be fading. A challenge from Tursunkajaev. Jason is making a late charge. In the end, though, Brazil is battling for a medal, but it's all about Ihar Boki. Watch the time to the wall. Boki in Paralympic time. Fahrenberg takes the silver for Brazil, and Tursunkajaev gets onto the podium for the 2nd time at Rio 2016. Again, the Olympic Aquatics Stadium goes absolutely bonkers, but it's for the silver medalist and not for Ihar Boki, who is now a 9-time Paralympic gold medalist, having swum only 12 events in his Paralympic career. An event that he failed to win in London. He came back to prove a point. He won the World Championships last year. And Boki has successfully won the 50 free for the first time at the Paralympic Games. Tursunkajaev with a very impressive bronze medal to follow up from his 100 fly bronze. And congratulations from Fahrenberg, who is being applauded wildly and cheered Well, he really was spurred on by the energy of this crowd.
Well, Bocky was actually the slowest off the blocks, would you believe, and really had to wind it up, but by the 25-metre mark, it wasn't in doubt. He's just a class act, just eats up the pool over that distance, just churns through. The stroke rate is high, beautiful length to his stroke, and so comfortable. Much celebration there for Fahrenberg. And the chant for Brazil at him winning his silver medal, and they're still going, believe it. They absolutely love it, but not to take away from Iha Bocky, the gold medalist in the 50-metre S13 freestyle.
So Bocky ahead of Fahrenberg, ahead of Tosun Gajayev, who set an Asian record to claim the bronze, just ahead of Denisenko and Fedina. This is the women's 50-metre freestyle S13. It's an all-out sprint between 8 talented swimmers. Bera, Mendak, Odilova, Stetsenko, Tosh-Pulatova, Jones, Amilova and Myers of the United States. Rebecca Myers, who needed a swim-off with Colleen Young to take her place in this final, goes in lane 8. 3 golds in 3 events at Rio 2016. It'll take some effort from lane 8 for the 21-year-old from USA. Alicia Berra of Italy goes in lane 1, swimming under Massimiliano Tosin for this Italian national team. At 28.85 in the preliminaries, she goes in lane 1. Fotimakon Amilova of Uzbekistan, the 17-year-old, goes in lane 7. Gold in the 100 breast after silver in the 200 IM and bronze in the 100 fly. Joanna Mendak, world champion as far back as 2006. She's a 3-time Paralympic Games champion. The 27-year-old from Poland goes in lane 2. Jenna Jones, only 15 years old, has really come into her own over the last 2 years, swimming under Nick Robinson, somebody who's gone through tremendous hardships, but incredibly at 15 is in a Paralympic Games final. Muslima Odilova goes in 3, the 18-year-old from Uzbekistan. She and Amilova have been having some serious challenges between one another. As one of 3 Uzbekistan swimmers in this final, silver in the 100 fly. This is Shos San Namkon Tosh-Pulatova. She goes in lane 5, but the focus will be on this young lady. Anna Stetsenko, 24-year-old, silver in the 400 free, silver in this event at the World Championships, but is the reigning world champion in the 100 free. She has swum 27.45 this season. That puts her 0.07 outside a 20-year-old world record of Germany's Yvonne Hopf. She's set to break it here. She's aiming to break it here. Will she break it here? Stetsenko coming so close. Stetsenko's goal to lose this. The other 7 swimmers are separated by 0.65 of a second. But Stetsenko is nearly a full second quicker than the other swimmers in this field. If she gets off to a good start, she'll feel confident of the gold. Stetsenko goes off the starter's blocks decently. On her outside though, Tosh-Pulatova looked good. And going in lane 7 is Amilova for Uzbekistan. Going in lane 3, it's a strong swim from Odilova up to the opening 25, but now coming into her own is Stetsenko. Stetsenko won't want to lose it from here, and I doubt she will. Mendak is showing a real fight back from lane 2 for a medal, but right now it is the time that you need to focus on. Stetsenko, will she go world record time? Stetsenko has broken a 20-year-old world record. Yvonne Hopf, the Paralympic and world record holder of 20 years ago in Atlanta, when several of the swimmers in this field were not even born. Her record has stood that long. 24-year-old Anna Steczenko of the Ukraine. Silver in the 400 free, but gold in most emphatic fashion in the women's 50 free in world record time. Odilova managing to come home in an Asian record 28 seconds flat and a 28.02 for her compatriot Tosh Pulatova. Amilova, who swam a 28.21, didn't even feature for a medal. So strong off the blocks. Steczenko, though, needed a little work. Tosh Pulatova and Amilova had the strongest of starts.
She did have to work really hard for it. It wasn't until the 25-metre mark that she was actually even. She was trailing slightly. It was lane 7, Amilova, that had a fantastic swim for that first 25. And Steczenko just finishing so strongly, as predicted. However, she had to fight for it.
It was a real fight, but her aim was to break that 20-year-old world record, and she's done exactly that. That was a sensational swim from a scintillating athlete. Steczenko breaks the world record and wins by a significant margin in this sprint. Odilova takes silver, Tosh Pulatova takes the bronze, Amilova misses out. Mendak, Myers, Jones and Berra in that order, 5 to 8. Well, this crowd has been treated to some wonderful action in the pool in this final session on day 7.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games, men's 100 meters backstroke S12.
Senhoras e senhores, cerimônia de premiação dos Jogos Paralímpicos Rio 2016. Prova dos 100 metros nado de costas masculino.
Well, this is the victory ceremony for the men's 100 meters backstroke S12 classification.
Please welcome the medalists.
Gentileza, dê as boas-vindas aos medalhistas.
And you can see the athletes on your screen there. Gold to Ukraine, silver to Azerbaijan, and bronze to the United States of America.
The medals to be presented by governing board member of the International Paralympic Committee.
As medalhas serão entregues pelo membro do Conselho Executivo do Comitê Paralímpico Internacional, Senhor Miguel Sagarra.
He'll be accompanied by member of the Paralympic Order.
Mr. Miguel Sagarra, the IPC governing board member, will present medals to the athletes, and Mr. Georgios Fotoulakis, the Paralympic Order recipient, will be assisting Mr. Sagarra.
The United States of America.
Medalha de bronze representando os Estados Unidos da América.
Tucker Dupree.
Tucker Dupree, this is his first medal at the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. He was a silver medalist in London, where he collected 3 medals in total, so he'll be pleased to get this one in Rio. 27 years of age and still has the 50 metres freestyle to come.
Silver medalist representing Azerbaijan.
Medalha de prata representando Azerbaijão.
Raman Saleh.
Raman Saleh must be delighted with this, his first ever Paralympic Games medal following in the footsteps of his brother, who was champion 8 years ago in the 100 fly, and indeed already has a silver medal at Rio 2016. It runs in the family now, and he too can say he's been on the podium. Silver in the 100 back.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion, representing Ukraine.
Medalha de ouro, campeão paralímpico, representando a Ucrânia.
Sergei Klippert.
Well, Sergei Klippert, 27 years of age, he was the bronze medalist in London, the silver medalist at the World Championships, such a consistent performer. Silver in Beijing in this event, and now he can claim the gold medal and take the title of being the Paralympic champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the anthem of Ukraine.
Senhoras e senhores, o hino da Ucrânia.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
Senhoras e senhores, os medalhistas paralímpicos.
Well, there are the Paralympic medalists in the men's 100 metres backstroke S12 classification. In the centre of your screen, Sergei Klippert, the new Paralympic champion. The silver medalist, Raman Saleh, who's following in the footsteps of his older brother, Dimitri, and Tucker Dupre from the United States takes the bronze medal.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. Women's 100 metres backstroke S12.
This is the women's 100 metres backstroke S12 victory ceremony.
Prova dos 100 metros nado de costas feminino S12.
And we see our medalists make their way out to the podium. It's been another gold for Great Britain, silver for Ukraine, and bronze for Spain.
Bronze medalist representing Spain.
Medalha de bronze representando a Espanha, Maria Delgado Nadal.
Maria Delgado Nadal, 18 years of age, swimming in her second event here at the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games, taking the bronze medal. She was the bronze medalist at the World Championships as well. Based in Madrid, studies exercise science, combining her love of sport with a career. And one of the rising stars in this discipline, the backstroke. Another 2 events still to compete in here in Rio.
Silver medalist representing Ukraine.
Medalha de prata representando a Ucrânia,
Yarina Matlow.
Just a wonderful result for Irina Matlow, a 1:11.97. Searching for a podium finish and finds a silver medal that she shakes proudly. The athletes have been utterly enamored and fascinated by this new addition to the medals at Rio 2016. A shake will make a sound in the middle, and for athletes in this visually impaired class, it's wonderful.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Great Britain.
medalha de ouro, campeã paralímpica, representando a Grã-Bretanha,
Hannah Russell.
Hannah Russell, the 20-year-old who lives in Manchester, is in a class of her own, a world record time of 1:06.06. Her first event in the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games, and she receives a gold medal in commanding fashion. She was bronze in London. Now she is the Paralympic champion of the women's 100 metres backstroke S12.
Ladies and gentlemen, the anthem of Great Britain.
senhoras e senhores, o hino da Grã-Bretanha.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Paralympic medalists.
Senhoras e senhores, as medalhistas paralímpicas.
Well, the Paralympic medalists of the women's 100 metres backstroke S12 classification. Hannah Russell on the centre of your screen, Yarina Matlow from Ukraine, the silver medalist to the left, and Maria Delgado Nadal, the bronze medalist, leading the trio from your screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games, men's 100 meters butterfly S11.
Senhoras e senhores, cerimônia de premiação dos Jogos Paralímpicos Rio 2016, prova dos 100 metros nado borboleta masculino S11.
Please welcome the medalists.
Gentileza, dê as boas-vindas aos medalhistas.
This is the victory ceremony for the men's 100 fly S11.
The medals will be presented by member of the Paralympic Order.
Member of the Paralympic Order, recipients of the Paralympic Order, Dr. Carl Axel Bolsinger will present the medals.
To be accompanied by President of the Technical Education Institution.
President of the Technical Education Institute, Mr. Alexander Vieira.
Bronze medalist representing Ukraine.
Medalha de bronze representando a Ucrânia.
Alexandra Matchenko.
Alexander Maschenko at his 5th Paralympic Games. He's still going strong. Collects his 9th Paralympic Games medal. He's a 4-time champion. So highly regarded that in 2014 he was awarded a presidential order, a recipient of one of his country's highest ever honors for his contribution to parasport. After 4th in the 50 free and 100 breast, a bronze medal in the 100 fly S11 must be very welcome for Maschenko.
Silver medalist representing Japan.
Medalha de prata representando o Japão.
Keiichi Kimura.
The silver medalist Keiichi Kimura, 26-year-old from Japan. He now has 2 silver medals and a bronze at the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. He won 2 medals in London, including bronze in this event, so he's gone one better. And a much-loved sporting figure in his home country. He was Japan's flag bearer at the opening ceremony of the London 2012 Paralympic Games.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Spain.
Medalha de ouro, campeão paralímpico, representando a Espanha, Israel Oliver.
Bronze medalist in 2004, 12 years on, a dozen years later, would you believe? Israel Oliver, whose mother is a swimming coach and encouraged him to start swimming as a youngster, is now a Paralympic Games champion. World Championship bronze last year, silver in 2013. But he's got a gold at the Paralympic Games and a tear in his eye. And when he shakes that medal, it'll be the sound of victory. Now for the 3rd time on day 7, La Marcha Real.
Senhoras e senhores, o hino da Espanha.
gentlemen.
Well, if you're wondering why the Spanish athletes never seem to sing along to the national anthem, it's La Marcha Real is one of the few anthems in the world that is solely instrumental, no words, no lyrics, like that of Bosnia-Herzegovina and indeed San Marino. The men's 100 fly S11 classification, Israel Oliver takes gold ahead of Keiichi Kimura of Japan and Alexander Maschenko with the bronze. So this is the start list for the men's 4x100 meter freestyle relay. 34 points. Teams in lanes 1 to 7. USA, China, Australia, Brazil, Great Britain, Ukraine, and Canada.
So Team USA, Ty Dutcher, Evan Austin, Rudy Garcia-Tolson and Robert Griswold will swim. Dutcher going first, Austin second, Rudy Garcia-Tolson third, and Griswold will bring it home.
Representing Canada, they've gone for a low pointer and two S10 swimmers. So Alec Elliott and Nathan Stein, the two S10 swimmers, Nathan Clement, an S6 swimmer, and Zach McAllister makes up the fourth member of this team. Elliott will start out, he'll lead out.
The team from the People's Republic of China, a team of Song Mao Dang, an S8 swimmer, Xu Haijiao, S8 as well, Lin Ferrong, S10, and Wang Yinan is an S8 swimmer. He'll bring the team home. A qualifying time of 4:04.39, swimming in lane 2.
Representing the Ukraine going in 6th, Alexander Komarov, Maxim Kripak, Bogdan Hernenko and Denis Dubrov. So another team that's going with a low pointer to allow for the two S10 swimmers in Kripak and Dubrov, who are both multiple medalists at these games. Komarov, the S6 swimmer, will lead out.
The team from Australia, Timothy Diskin, an S9 swimmer, Matthew Levy, S7, Blake Cochran, S8, and Rowan Crothers in S10. They're swimming in lane 3 with the third fastest qualification time of 3:56.26.
Representing Great Britain going in lane 5, Oliver Hind, Joseph Craig, Matthew Wiley and Lewis White. Great Britain using two S8 swimmers, two S9s. They've taken the median approach rather than trying to use an S10 swimmer and needing to use a low pointer.
Well, the huge cheer, of course, is for the Brazilian team of 4, Daniel Dias, who is an S5 swimmer, Andre Brazil, Reuter Silva and Felipe Rodriguez, all swimmers swimming extremely well in front of their home crowd. Their qualification time, 3:51.44, a full 2 seconds quicker than their nearest rivals, Great Britain. So that means they will take to lane 4 of the men's 4x100 freestyle relay.
So the Russian Federation maintain that world record of 3:48.10. Australia still hold the Paralympic record. Daniel Dias will lead out for this Brazilian side. An S5 swimmer, so also going with a low pointer approach to allow for the 2 S10 swimmers in Andre Brasil and Felipe Rodrigues. Brazil, much expectation, at least for a medal. Ukraine will be serious challengers with both Dubrov and Kripak in the water. Great Britain will fancy their chances with Hind, Craig, Wiley and White. A collection of gold, silver and bronze medals in the pool for the respective nations, while never discount the People's Republic of China, United States, Australia, and indeed Canada. So the cumulative tally of the swimmers' freestyle classification points must not exceed 34. So you can't swim with your best freestyle swimmers or fastest freestyle swimmers necessarily, but the swimmers you think that'll combine to give you the quickest time, points allowing over the distance of 8 lengths of this pool, with 4 swimmers swimming 100 meters each. It'll be very little indication, I suspect, until the closing 100 as to who might go on to claim the title here, but this is the first of the 100-meter freestyle relays. It's the men's 4x100 freestyle relay, 34 points, and it is a very strong lead out by Canada going in lane 7. Alec Elliott is taking it out hot, but he's one of the S10 swimmers in the pool right now. Ty Dutcher for the United States is also looking good, turns 3rd overall. Ty Dutcher in the pool, but Timothy Diskin at 27.41 has Australia in 2nd place currently, but it's Canada who lead in the opening stages, with Brazil down in 7th. But bear in mind, Daniel Dias is an S5 swimmer, and they've got 2 S10s still to come. Don't look at where they stand at the moment, not at all, to give you an indication of what's to come.
So Nathan Clement for Canada is the next in the pool, a 2nd leg swimmer. So Canada leading, but as we say, an S10 swimmer was their lead-out swimmer in Elliott. And Australia's Timothy Diskin, an S9 swimmer, had a terrific first leg and has put Australia in a fantastic position. They've just hit the front. That big cheer, though, from the Brazilian crowd is for Andre Brasil, and expect him to make up quite a bit of the pool in this 2nd leg.
Well, 2 of the legends of Brazilian swimming have hit the pool already. Daniel Dias, an S5 swimmer, Andre Brasil, an S10 swimmer. He'll make up some serious ground here. The battle for the lead at the moment is Australia and Great Britain. It's Levy who touches ahead of Craig. So Australia currently leading, but the real charge is coming from the People's Republic of China. Zhu Haijiao is making a charge going in lane 2, and Zhu Haijiao, an S8 swimmer, is making up some serious ground. Oh, Matthew Levy, the Australian S7 swimmer. It's going to be Great Britain who touches first, though, through Lewis White. Easily into the pool, they go first. On their outside, it's Ukraine who made up ground. But expect Ukraine, through Bogdan Hernenko, to hold pace up near the front, as they will allow Dubrov to swim the final leg. Going in lane 5, though, it is still Great Britain in front with Lewis White in the pool. They'll be looking to get into a lead for the last 100 with Lewis White to come. It's Matthew Wiley, in fact, in the pool here. Lin Furong going well for China in lane 2. But Rita Silva has got Brazil up to 5th overall after that strong swim from Andre Brasil in the 2nd leg.
Well, Great Britain holding the lead by not by much at all, because China, the Chinese team, and it'll be Lin Furong who's having a fantastic swim in lane 2. China now hitting the lead, and they'll get their 4th swimmer into the pool first. Wang Yinang will bring it home for the Chinese side. Already a fantastic night at the pool for China. They're looking to add another one to the tally. That huge cheer was for Felipe Rodrigues, who is an S10 swimmer, so we can expect big things for him in this final leg. Great Britain, China, Brazil, Ukraine, they're all in the mix for medals.
Well, certainly the teams with S10 swimmers in the pool right now. Australia with Crothers, Rodrigues for Brazil, Dubrov for Ukraine and Stein for Canada as they touch. It's very, very close indeed. It's Wang leading for China, but at the moment it's going to be Dubrov who'll bring this home. He will not be caught. Ukraine will take the gold here almost certainly. Rodriguez is desperately trying to fight back for Brazil. He's got them into silver medal contention for now. Crothers is trying his best to catch up on China, while the fast close from Great Britain here might see them in the medals. It looks to be China, but right now it is going to be Ukraine ahead of Brazil. And Ukraine take it in Paralympic record time ahead of Brazil, with China taking third. They have calculated correctly, Ukraine, and they have claimed the victory over the host nation, Brazil. Some delight for the host nation. Great Britain, who led for nearly all of that race, denied at the very end as China take third. Britain fourth, Australia fifth, sixth for the United States of America, seventh for Canada. Daniel Diaz being congratulated. Just an incredible swim, huge thrills, wonderful excitement, the relays, and always a magnificent, absolutely magnificent way in which to end any session. There the Ukrainians celebrate. Kripak and Dubrov, multiple gold medalists each. More medals for Brazil. Delight for the home fans. Daniel Diaz has entered 6 events. He has been on the podium now in every single one of them. 2 golds, 3 silvers and a bronze. And People's Republic of China swim to another medal, this time third, but in Asian record time, 350.41.
Well, such excitement. And look, it's the gold medal to Ukraine, but the moment and the event really has belonged to Brazil, because the crowd is still very excited about what they've just seen. And the exciting part about this relay is the different classifications of the different swimmers swimming against each other, so the lead can change so many times, and it wasn't until late in the piece that Ukraine powered home in that final 100 metres. They were trailing at the 250 and 300 metre mark, and it was an excellent swim. Great Britain, well, they'll be very disappointed. They led for the bulk of that race. You can see Ukraine touching in there, and silver to Brazil, 3:48.98 was the time there. The gentlemen are on your screen. So confirmation of the results there. Ukraine in the gold medal position, Brazil in silver, and China taking bronze.
Silva and Rodriguez leaving the pool. Andre Brazil, Daniel Diaz, part of the 4x100 freestyle relay team, 34 points. It's just taken silver.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games, men's 50 meters breaststroke SB2.
Cerimônia de premiação dos 50 metros já do peito SB2 masculino dos Jogos Paralímpicos Rio 2016.
Victory ceremony for the men's 50-meter breaststroke SB2. As we welcome the medalists.
Please welcome the medalists.
Gentileza, dê as boas-vindas aos medalhistas.
The medals be presented by member of the Paralympic Order.
As medalhas serão entregues pelo
Dr. Carl Axel Bolsinger,
Dr. Carl Axel
the recipient
Bolsinger.
of the Paralympic Order, will present the medals.
He'll be accompanied by President of the Technical
He's accompanied by
Education
Mr. Alexander
Institution.
Vieira.
Ele é acompanhado pelo presidente da Fundação de Apoio à Escola Técnica FAETEC, senhor Alexandre Sérgio Alves
President of the
Vieira.
Technical Education Institution.
Bronze medalist representing the People's Republic of China,
Medalha de bronze, representando a República Popular da China.
Wang Chaowan.
Representing the People's Republic of China in a clean sweep for the country. Huang Chaowen has the bronze medal. He was second in the fastest heat, Huang Chaowen, and swam a 54.29 this morning. That would have been a world record in the preliminaries, but in the end, come final time, it is a bronze for the 23-year-old.
Silver medalist representing the People's Republic of China.
Medalha de prata, representando a República Popular da China.
Li Tingshen.
Li Tingshen, 28 years of age, earning that silver medal in a time of 51.78. He hails from Fujian province, and we'll see him again as he competes in the 150 metres individual medley, but for now he's very much enjoying his silver medal in the men's 50 metres breaststroke SB2 classification.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing the People's Republic of China.
Medalha de ouro, campeão paralímpico da República Popular da China.
Representing the People's Republic of China in a clean sweep in the men's 50-meter breaststroke SB2, Huang Wenpan has not only won the world record, won the gold medal, he's done it in a quite scintillating world record time, taking 5 seconds off the existing world record as we came to day 7 of the competition. He broke the world record in the heats when he swam a 52.48. He broke his own world record in the final, having swum a 50.65. Another captivating performance in the pool. Phenomenal, peerless, the prodigious talent of China on display.
O hino da República Popular da China.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Paralympic medalists.
Senhoras e senhores, os medalhistas
So impressive.
paralímpicos.
Huang Wenpan has now got 3 gold medals and 3 world records in 3 events. It's only in the backstroke where he missed out on gold, silver in the 50 back, but 3 gold medals overall for Huang Wenpan of the People's Republic of China. Li Tingshen delighted. He was shaking his mascot about, shaking his medal. A world record race. And now time to celebrate.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games, men's 50 meters breaststroke SB3.
Senhoras e senhores,
Well, this is the victory ceremony for men's 50 metres breaststroke SB3 classification. And it was an event that saw China enjoy more success in the pool. Spain also claiming a medal, and Italy to share the podium as well. And day 7 proving to be a red letter day for the Chinese swim team. They've been performing exceedingly well.
The medals will be presented by Chief Executive Officer of Tokyo 2020.
As medalhas serão entregues pelo presidente da Tóquio 2020,
Mr. Toshiro Muto.
So the medal presenter there, Mr. Toshiro Muto from the Tokyo 2020 committee. He is the CEO, and Mr. Yasushi Yamawaki, who is an IPC International Paralympic Committee governing board member.
Bronze medalist representing Italy.
medalha de bronze representando a Itália,
Efrem Morelli.
Efrem Morelli is 36 years of age. This is his 3rd Paralympic Games, but his first medal. And it is a bronze medal in the men's 50 metres backstroke SB3 classification. He still has one event yet to come, the men's 50 metres backstroke S4. Promising motocross rider at national level before having an accident when he was 20 years of age, and has overcome persistent neck problems in the last 2 years as well. Not an easy journey. Returned to national level swimming last year and then stepped it up to international competition, and now has a bronze medal.
Silver medalist representing Spain.
medalha de prata representando a Espanha, Miguel Luque.
Well, Miguel Luque is a popular man, the 39-year-old from Spain. Multiple medalists in multiple championships. Was so desperate to win the gold medal. He threw everything into this race and walked away with a silver medal. It's his first of these championships after missing out on medals in the 150 IM. But he's a former Paralympic Games champion and now a 6-time Paralympic Games medalist.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing the People's Republic of China.
Medalha de ouro, campeão paralímpico, representando a República Popular da China,
Jin Jipeng.
Jin Jipeng is having a wonderful swim meet at the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. He now has a gold medal to add to his collection of 2 silvers and a bronze. He was 4th at World Championships, and now he is the Paralympic champion of the men's 50 metres breaststroke SB3. Hails from Fujian province. Resides in Beijing.
Ladies and gentlemen, the anthem of the People's Republic of China.
Senhoras e senhores, o hino da República Popular da China.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Paralympic medalists.
Senhoras e senhores, os medalhistas paralímpicos.
More gold for China and another world record. 47.54 is the new mark set by Jin Jepeng from China. Spain to take the silver medal home and Italy the bronze.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. Women's 50 meters breaststroke SB3.
Senhoras e senhores, cerimônia de premiação dos 50 metros nado de peito feminino SB3 dos Jogos Paralímpicos Rio.
Well, this is the victory
2016.
ceremony for the women's 50 metres backstroke breaststroke. This is the victory ceremony for the women's 50 metres breaststroke SB3 final. And yet again, China will take home the gold medal. Ukraine will take the silver and Mexico the bronze.
Bronze medalist representing Mexico.
Medalha de bronze representando o México, Patrícia Vale.
47 years of age, Patricia Valle. It's her 5th Paralympic Games. She won bronze in this event in Sydney. She has already 10 Paralympic medals, so this is number 11.
Silver medalist representing Ukraine.
Medalha de prata representando a Ucrânia,
Maria Lafina.
23-year-old Maria Lafina, 4th at the World Championships in this event, but managed to go 2 better at the Paralympic Games. Really had a breakthrough year back in 2014 when she claimed a couple of coveted gold medals at the European Championships. And now a medalist at the Paralympic Games after missing out in the individual medley. An event which she medaled in, incidentally, at the World Championships. But silver in the women's 50-meter breaststroke SB3 for Lafina.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing the People's Republic of China.
medalha de ouro, campeã paralímpica, representando a República Popular da China,
Chang Jiao.
Cheng Jiao from China, the 22-year-old, already had 1 gold medal from the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. This is her 2nd And we'll see her again in the women's 50 metres freestyle and 50 metres backstroke. So a strong performer in the powerful sprint events. And she'll be buoyed by not only her own personal success, but that of her team.
Ladies and gentlemen, the anthem of the People's Republic of China.
Senhoras e senhores, o hino da República Popular da China.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Paralympic medalists.
Senhoras e senhores, as medalhistas paralímpicas.
The three medalists from the women's 50 metres breaststroke SB3 final. Cheng Zhao is the gold medalist, a time of 58.28. Maria Lafina from Ukraine, the silver medalist, and Patricia Valle from Mexico, the bronze.
The Mexican fans loving this, but Patricia Valle, one of her two daughters, gathered in the crowd and tears in her eyes and waving the Mexican flag proudly. Incredible to be competing like this at 47. 20 years ago, she was competing at the Atlanta Games.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the Rio 2016.
This is the victory ceremony for the men's 50 meter freestyle S13.
Senhoras e senhores, cerimônia de premiação dos 50 metros nado livre masculino S13 dos Jogos Paralímpicos Rio 2016.
Please welcome the medalists.
Por gentileza, dê as boas-vindas aos medalhistas.
The medals will be presented by member of
The medals to be presented by Lord Chris Holmes, MBE, recipient of the Paralympic Order.
Chris Holmes. He'll be accompanied by Institutional Relations Director of Rio 2016.
And Institutional Relations Director of Rio 2016, Mr. Ajimar Santos.
Senhor Ajimar Santos.
Bronze medalist representing Uzbekistan.
Medalha de bronze representando o Uzbequistão.
Mustafa Tursungayev.
Muzaffar Tursungayev had to swim a very big personal best to find himself in the medals, and in doing so set an Asian record with a 24.21. The 18-year-old from Uzbekistan adds to his bronze medal in the 100 fly with a bronze medal in the men's 50 freestyle. He's proving to be a quality sprinter. Oh, big puff, huge relief for Tursungayev, bronze medalist.
Silver medalist representing Brazil.
Medalha de prata representando o Brasil, Carlos Fahrenberg.
Carlos Fahrenberg, the 36-year-old, has been competing internationally for 10 years but missed out on medals in Beijing and London, but won a silver in this event in the World Championships in 2015, so knew he was close and knew it was a possibility. Now that has become a reality with a silver medal in the men's 50 metres freestyle S13.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Belarus.
Medalha de ouro, campeão paralímpico representando Belarus.
Yaboki.
Oh, he is in a league of his own, absolutely in a league of his own. It's his 4th gold medal in 5 events. The other, he ended up on the podium with a bronze, and it's undoubtedly his worst event, the 100 breaststroke. His 2 of his favorites still to come, the 100 free and the 100 back. It seems as if Boki is going to end up having claimed 6 gold medals in 7 events. He's only in his 2nd Paralympic Games, and he has just done the unthinkable, achieved the incredible. He is utterly sensational. It's Boki, and we'll hear the anthem of Belarus as a result.
Senhoras e senhores, o hino de Belarus.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Paralympic medalists.
Senhoras e senhores, os medalhistas paralímpicos.
Paralympic medalists in the men's 50-meter freestyle S13. Bronze to Tursungayev, silver to Fahrenberg, and Boki with his 9th career Paralympic gold medal.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. Women's 50 meters freestyle S13.
Senhoras e senhores,
This is the victory ceremony for the women's 50 meter freestyle S13.
S13 dos Jogos Paralímpicos Rio 2016.
Please welcome the medalists.
Por gentileza, dê as boas-vindas às
Uzbekistan,
medalhistas.
Uzbekistan and Ukraine. The 3 medalists.
Bronze medalist representing Uzbekistan.
Medalha de bronze representando o Uzbequistão.
Shoksanukon Toshpulatova.
Shoksanukon Tushpulatova has done some exceptional things in the few years she's been a para swimmer. First shot to prominence at the European Championships, but the 19-year-old now, after a bronze in the 200 individual medley, gets her second bronze at Rio 2016. Currently a student at the Andijan Youth Sports School, which is producing more and more quality para-athletes. Toshpulatova is a bronze medalist for the second time at Rio 2016, a 28.02 in the women's 50 freestyle S13.
Silver medalist representing Uzbekistan.
Medalha de prata representando o Uzbequistão.
Muslima Odilova.
The silver medalist Muslima Odilova from Uzbekistan beat her teammate by just 2/100ths of a second to set an Asian record and take the silver medal. She's 18 years of age, she's an athlete and a student. She has 2 silver medals and she's still to swim the 100 meters freestyle. She'll go into that race with buoyancy and such confidence, having snared the silver in the 50 meters freestyle.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Ukraine.
Medalha de ouro, campeã paralímpica representando a Ucrânia.
Anna Stetsenko.
There was only one swimmer in this race. She knew it from the start. She was racing against herself for the gold medal. She was also racing for a world record that had stood for 20 years, set at the Atlanta Games. Paralympic and world record by Yvonne Hopf of Germany. Over 20 years on, Anna Stetsenko has broken that world record in quite phenomenal circumstances. She set it up perfectly, and a 27.34, 4/100ths of a second inside that long-standing world record. It's her first Paralympic Games gold medal at Rio 2016. The reigning 100 free world champion
Ladies and gentlemen,
is the Paralympic Games 50 free champion in
Senhoras e
S13.
senhores, o hino da Ucrânia.
the Paralympic medalists.
Senhoras e senhores,
Well, polite
as
acknowledgement
medalhistas
from
paralímpicas.
Anastasenko. But I'll tell you what, in the Paralympic Village, she will be getting the very highest of fives for that performance. It is a world-class swim, world record time for Ukraine's Anastasenko in the women's 50 Freestyle S13. Gold ahead of Uzbeki pair, Odilova and Toshpulatova.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games.
This is the victory ceremony for the men's 4x100 meter freestyle relay. 34
Senhoras e
points.
senhores, cerimônia de premiação do revezamento 4 por 100 metros nado livre masculino. 34 pontos dos Jogos Paralímpicos Rio 2016.
Please welcome the medalists.
Gentileza, dê as boas-vindas aos medalhistas.
The medals be presented by Chairperson of Sport Technical Committee of
Ms.
the
Jane D.
IPC
Blaine,
As medalhas serão entregues
Chair of the
pela
Technical
presidente do
Committee
Comitê
of the
Técnico Esportivo de
International
Natação do
Paralympic
Comitê
Committee Swimming,
Paralímpico
will
Internacional.
present the medals.
Miss Jane D. Blaine. She'll be accompanied by the President of the Technical
Mr.
Education
Alexandre Sergio
Institution.
Vieira,
Ela acompanhada pelo presidente da Fundação de Apoio à Escola Técnica FATEC, senhor Alexandre Sérgio Alves Vieira.
President.
Bronze medalist representing the People's Republic of China.
Medalha de
Well,
bronze
bronze medalist from the
representando a
People's Republic of
República
China in an
Popular da
Asian
China.
record, 350.41. Multiple red medalists already are these four Chinese swimmers: Song Maodong, Zhu Haijiao, Lin Furong, and Wang Yinan.
Hu Hejiao. Lin Furong. Wang Yinan.
People's Republic of China deciding to go the route of 3 S8 swimmers and an S10 swimmer in Lin Furong. Came in with a seeding time of 4:04 and swam at 350.41. Asian record. No men's 4x100 freestyle relay 34-point team has ever gone faster in Asia or representing Asia at any international competition. China are bronze medalists in the 4x100 freestyle relay, 34 points.
The silver medalists representing Brazil.
Medalha de prata representando o Brasil.
Well, there they are, the silver medalists, and the crowd have hung around to cheer them on, to see them receive their silver medal. Daniel Diaz, Brazil's most successful individual Paralympian, who now adds yet another gold to his impressive tally. Silver to his already impressive tally across 3 games. So the team members, Daniel Diaz, Andre Brazil, Reiter Silva and Felipe Rodriguez, who now has 2 silver medals and a bronze here at the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games.
Representing Ukraine.
Medalha de ouro e campeões paralímpicos, representando a Ucrânia.
But the gold medalists from the Ukraine, Alexander Komarov, an S6 swimmer, will receive his medal first. Maxim Kripak becomes the most successful swimmer at Rio 2016. 4 golds and 2 silvers now for the Ukrainian S10 swimmer. Alongside him, Bogdan Hirnenko, a silver. Silver is the only medal missing from his collection, with a bronze and gold now. Denis Dubrov claims his 6th medal of these championships too. 3 golds, a silver and 2 bronzes for Dubrov, who on a few occasions has been edged out by his compatriot Kripak, both S10 swimmers. But between them, they have taken 7 gold medals, 3 silvers and 2 bronze in 12 events. Ukraine timed it perfectly, went with a low pointer, the S6 of Alexander Komarov, and then 2 S10 swimmers and Hernenko as an S8. And our champions as a result in the 4x100 free relay, 34 points.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Paralympic medalists.
Senhoras e senhores, os medalhistas paralímpicos.
Ukraine's 18th gold medal of Rio 2016. People's Republic of China finishing with a bronze medal, the silver in between, the most popular of all the teams for the host nation at least. Brazil claiming the silver. And Diaz, his star just continues to rise. The legendary S5 swimmer, the Brazilian superstar. Impossible to separate them now. Bronze, silver and gold medalists. China, Brazil, Ukraine. Now they gather after congratulating one another in the men's 4x100 freestyle relay. China bronze, Brazil silver, Ukraine with the gold. It's become a familiar scene. Daniel Diaz heading up to see his family. Wife Raquel at the center. Road to silver, delighted. And Brazil supporters enthralled by what they saw. Ukraine are champions, but Brazil are medalists. Proud night in the pool for Brazil, a silver to end day 7 of the swimming competition. Day 7 ended with 15 gold medal events being contested. Spain, Great Britain, Ukraine and China all earning 3 medals each. 3 gold medals each, and 1 each for Canada, USA and Belarus. Well, that then concludes the final session on day 7 of the swimming competition in the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. 10 days in total. That'll see 152 gold medal events contested. We look forward to your company then for the heat session on day 8 of competition. But until then, from the Olympic Aquatic Stadium, it's a very fond farewell. Goodbye.